Authorization and docking code received and verified. Welcome, Starfinder, to Absolute Station.
Welcome to Dad Finder.
Well, greetings and salutations, travelers. That made it live. Welcome to another episode of Incident at Absalom Station, part of the Dead Sun's adventure path for Starfinder, or as we like to call it, Adventures in Space. Welcome to our 7th episode of this. Hopefully we'll get through this next part relatively quickly so we can actually move on to the second module, which actually came out earlier last month. Last time on Muppets, Adventures in Space, we were on the Acrian discovering what actually ended up happening, or what we believe has happened, or a good indication as to what happened to the crew. They hacked into the computer. They fought some Akata. Rod has herpes, or spurpies, I guess, at this point in time.
Yeah. It's like real advanced crabs, but on the inside of my body.
Goblins tried to steal the ship. You still have one of them, tied to Gon-sol.
Yeah, he's crucified to the drone.
I feel like that might damage the internals.
You strong thing. He's tied to the drone. Tied.
You experienced Heby's Escalar, part of the corpse fleet, which is going to be interesting as to how we kick off the beginning of this section. You guys explored that ship pretty well. Darkness ensued. It was fun. Anything else that you guys want to add before we get started?
Not really. Wade is further solidifying his space angel status. So,
yeah, I think I'm good for now.
Yes, Rod.
I've never met a cursed character before, but I'm thinking I might have to redo that if things go the similar way as last time for Rod.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Well, you guys are on board the Hippocampus. You have a package on board, a prisoner of circumstances, and an asteroid to explore. What did you guys want to start out with? What did you guys decide over the last week?
Well, I don't think we came to a conclusion over whether we wanted to buzz the asteroid or just go back.
I
or
say
both.
Yeah, we need to seal that box, because if she goes rampage on our ship, that's bad. It's like worse than Goblin, because she's probably more intelligent.
He makes a good point. Do we have any duct tape?
Oh, really clever, smart.
Oh, you shut up!
Oh, sure, son of a little fuzzball.
Oh, where's your brother? Where is your brother? Tell me.
I'm starting to like this goblin.
I'll watch
Sophie's gonna do
You turn around so you can't see me. Thank you.
do sort of what I talked about before about seeing if I could figure out what the IP address is, where it's going to.
All right. Make a computers check. I'll say make a technology check or computers check.
That's 15.
Okay.
That's a really bad roll for Sophie, by the way.
That's okay. So basically, from what you can tell, you can't actually necessarily get access to any of the signal information with that. It appears that there's quite a bit of security measures been put in place by the Eoxan delegation.
She wasn't trying to interact with the drone itself. She was trying to pick up like broadcast signals over the air. Okay.
Oh yeah. Like I'm talking. The signal is like encrypted 9 ways from Sunday.
Gotcha.
Like I'm talking dark web shit. Like this is.
Yeah.
But I'm bummed for those worried about darkness. Okay, so basically, you're not able to find any information about where it's going, but you do recall him saying there was a direct feed to his office.
Yeah, I was more concerned about it going also to somewhere else.
That you're not 100% certain of. That would be more upon your read of Nor as an individual.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be a little bit late to do a sense motive on that. But oh well.
Yeah, just a touch. You don't exactly have a point of reference.
No.
You
Not at all.
know, with the technology that they have, she could technically record it and replay it over and over until she was able to read his mannerisms. But that's technological exploitation.
Possibly.
Well, she is going to interpret the fact that it's encrypted 9 ways till Sunday as that it's probably going strictly to Nor, because I'm not quite sure the council, if it was meant to be broadcast to the whole council, they would have all that on top of it.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
To be, yeah, we don't even know who this lady. Only Rod knows who this is. So
Yeah.
Wade knows she'll probably, with his experience with these type of things, he knows that she'll go back to sleep when she's in there. The only reason she woke up is because it got bumped and opened, but she'll stay asleep if she's in there. So he doesn't care if anybody duct tapes it. But I think it's been established that he doesn't have any duct tape.
I'm gonna duct tape. With or without duct tape.
I ain't gonna stop him.
As far as buzzing the
Okay.
thing, Wade's okay with Wade. Last session Wade saw that Rod had protected Gon, so he said he was a good bastard. But he uses that word in the actual meaning of the word, so that's just a weird saying he has.
Yeah, you don't know
He's
anything. about
kind of
guns.
up in the air. Yeah, but he assumed. He does a lot of assuming. We could go back and get Rod taken care of, or we could finish up what we're doing here. Rod's not going to chest burst anytime soon, probably, because
Probably.
he's got 2 potions in the party and a cleric. So I keep calling cleric. Okay, you should have just called it cleric, Starfinder. It's so much easier instead of having to say mystic.
Come on,
instead.
guys.
But whatever. Anyway, he's open for both. He kind of openly looks over at Rod before suggesting maybe going back first, but he will, depending on what other people want to do, he will go to the asteroid. I think we did want to at least buzz it.
Fair. Let it be known we're gonna
So-
find nothing down there but more of these things. Or
We
you
have-
know, those things.
We have a crash site that contains a ship that we want to salvage, and then there's a tunnel which we want to explore. I'd say we go to crash site first, grab the pieces of ship that we can carry, and we go from there.
And how?
I ain't particularly worried about it. We could probably spare a couple hours.
Now let's go for it.
It's not like
head
it's
on
the
down
first
to
time
good.
I've been
we can find-
stabbed.
And Gon will go and put
Oh, this is
lots of stuff on top of the crate, so even if she wakes up, she probably can't lift the lid of it.
Keep your head on a swivel down there, though, because again, without a doubt, there's going to be more of those things. I don't want us all to have to go get our inside crabs removed, because that's liable to be expensive.
Okay. So did you figure out what that arc emitter does?
Yeah, it's a long rifle electric gun that fires a cone, basically. So it can be useful, definitely. But yeah, I'm not gonna use it, or Gon-sol. I mean,
All right.
so. Is Wade going to go out there and survey, or are we taking the whole ship close, or what are we doing?
I think we'll take the whole ship because we need to bring it into the ship anyway.
I seriously think that thing's going to be totally decimated. I don't know how much you're going to be able to salvage from that.
There's
Right.
always traps, at the very least. Gon will walk into the cockpit, look at all the settings that have been changed, the chair and everything, and just hit the loudspeakers. This is the pilot speaking. Could Rod come to the cockpit, please?
Ooh, someone's in
Aye.
trouble.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. Yeah, he'll walk down there.
Oh, Rod, good that you could come, because there's a little bit of a situation here. I see you You must have flipped a couple of switches, and I don't recognize any of these settings. I am quite sad, to be honest. And the chair, I don't even. I mean, it is probably my fault. I mean, I didn't think that you were. I mean, ready for it. I suppose I should show you how to do things before next time when there's time, because now I'm just not in the mood, you know. So yeah.
Are you done?
Yes, you can go and do whatever you do. I mean, just don't break anything, right?
It
That
just
went
walks
well.
away. No, I don't have.
I thought you were
I
going
have
to
a
open the door
snarky
and
response for that.
throw a coffee mug at your head or something.
Yeah, I was expecting that too.
All right, let's see. Radio 1, 2,
Deadly
3.
serious. He's getting ever closer to that like paintball grenade of hair removal cream.
Alrighty then. So, yeah, you guys get that all pulled together. You press, preference 1 on the, seat thing, and everything gets back to normal, kind of thing. Thank you, futuristic car makers. And you make your way down to where you see that the ship did sort of crash land into this little pocket that seems to have a relatively good-sized landing portion near it.
Could Sophia, computer, could you scan the readings, the area? We need like good information, please.
I could try, but the entire rock is emitting some sort of weird signal. It's disturbing things.
That is unfortunate, but I need you to work through that, please.
Now, sounds like there's nothing to do for it but to do it.
Well, she will try if that's all right. She'll try to
You're
get a
more than
reading
welcome
on
to
the rock.
try. Sure.
17.
The only thing that you really are able to pick up with that, basically upon a little closer inspection of it and what have you, you're not really getting anything other than the general physical features of the actual asteroid itself. That area with the landing and overhang that I previously mentioned, where basically there appears to be a small hole that leads into the asteroid itself. And the couple things that you do kind of notice with your scan is that it appears to be sheared off cleanly on one side.
The asteroid?
Like it was almost basically like it was a part of a planet or something larger previously. It's the way that it is shaped is almost like if you think of a marble, basically, and you think of like a sliver of the marble that has come off with a big bit of a chunk.
Yeah.
If anybody played with large glass marbles previously, and you get that sort of part of the sphere itself, that's kind of what you've ended up with.
One side is
when you
round
bite
and the other
really
side is
hard.
covered in step fractures.
Like you crunching a jawbreaker.
Yeah, basically think that, and you've got this sort of line of it. And there's really no impact craters other than where you see the impact from the shuttle, like the necroglider that you actually ended up causing to crash and burn.
What about it?
So when Rod was flying straight at the thing, what he ended up hitting was actually the corner of this object, not necessarily a peak.
Okay. Corner of the shuttle that crashed, the necroglider?
No, a corner of the actual asteroid.
She'll relay the information to.
And you do
to
notice that the actual
Gon.
impact site of what appears to be the impact site does appear to be near that entryway.
So she will also make note of that because that's important for landing.
All right, great, good job. Let's land this banana and go and grab some salvage.
Plant this banana.
Okay.
Wade will lead over to Yudah and say, "Is that the saying?"
I guess so. This is one
What's
big
a
banana.
banana?
All right, so you land that relatively close to the salvage and entryway. Do you all disembark? How do you want to do this? Just
Oh yeah, me and Yudah first.
Gon will
Okay.
walk
Booyah.
to the goblin and make sure that the helmet sits well, nice and tight
Okay.
before they disembark.
All right. So you do that. You
This fishbowl with
Disembark.
duct tape over it.
Yeah.
do you head towards the entryway, or do you head towards the crash site of the necroglider?
If we head to the Necroglider, we can get a better pin on what kind of salvage we need, just in case we go to the other place first and have to beat a hasty getaway.
Yeah,
Don't
I
know.
also want to get a better look at the pilot.
Yeah, so let's head over to the crash site first.
Okay. You all disembark from the shuttle, head towards the necroglider. As you approach, you do notice that the necroglider is basically scrap. From what you can tell, it does appear to be quite broken. You do notice that there appears to be a large piece that has been dragged into the cave. From what you can sort of tell, like in the fine dust that is on top, it does lead sort of a basic straight path towards the cave itself.
Any
Hey,
sign of the pilot?
The hell is your name? He's looking at the goblin.
Jerome.
Did you say Jerome?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, is that you or is that the module? I gotta know.
That's me.
Okay.
All right, Jerome, the space goblin. Are there any more of your friends down here on the asteroid surface?
Tyler, we got a ship.
All right.
Last one. The your kid brother.
I
That
didn't
was
kill
one.
no one.
Rat.
And he leans in. Yes.
All right.
Rod places his comparatively gigantic hand on the side of Khan's head and shoves him out of frame.
All right. So as you are looking at that, are you heading back towards the ship? Are you heading towards the cave, following?
Do we have gravity here, or is it low grav, or is it no grav?
It is no grav.
Oh, so wings out.
It's zero grav, no atmosphere. You are all in your environmental suits. So you have however many hours left after dealing with the Acrian.
We got one entire day.
I have
So-
two. It's not my fault you didn't spend the extra money on level 2 armor. Do our suits have like adjusters or something? How are we maneuvering on the surface of this asteroid?
It's a daisy chain with Wade at the front pulling everybody around.
I really hope not.
I mean, it has magnetic, but I'm not sure that's gonna help us.
Basically, what ends up happening is you are working within 0G. So that does basically cause issues on the surface. Basically, think kind of similar to moonwalking at this point. There's a slight amount of gravity, but very, very little.
We're
on
in
this,
like
this.
micrograv.
Yeah, basically.
Could we
Oh,
fit
shit,
the
are my
entire?
analog weapons gonna fire in vacuum?
They're self-contained incendiary rounds, I think,
No,
All right.
or self-oxidizing rounds if they're ballistic.
Could we fit the entire necroglider in the
The cargo bay of our shuttle.
cargo? Yeah.
You mean
I-
the pile of
I highly doubt it.
that remains?
Maybe what's left of it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we
that
can
thing is
crumple
as
it
big as our,
together.
as our glider. Yeah, we'll probably only get UPBs out of it anyway. I don't think there's
Okay,
anything left.
Yeah, sure, but
Well, as you're
Better.
beginning to look at that to discover what you could fit potentially, you look at the hippocampus as it's taking off.
oh, great!
Stop stealing our fucking
So the
ship!
hippocampus.
I put the.
I think we
boxes
all
in
look
the
at
lid
the
and everything.
goblin. Wade looks at the goblin, looks at the ship, looks at the goblin, looks at the ship,
What do you mean?
and curses in Sarcesian.
So as you're doing that, you've watched as this is sort of taken off. Your real way is it seems to be forward. How do you guys want to proceed?
Does it like leave, like gone, like back to the station?
Oh, it full on lifts up and then starts making its way back towards what you assume is the Armada.
Great.
Well, she is an idiot because she is a wanted Eoxian terrorist about to fly straight into a starship a star station that she knows she's not supposed to be in.
Unless it's remotely
Instead of waiting patiently and being delivered.
Yeah, but-
I doubt it.
She has like
Well-
diplomatic immunity guy with her, so
What ends up happening
Well,
is you actually.
Plus, that necroglider was supposed to intercept us, take her from the cargo, and then deliver her privately.
I think they were supposed to deliver her to someone else,
Yeah.
He's dead
but
now.
that's player knowledge.
it didn't make any sense that we were attacked before we got her on the ship, though. If
Well,
that was
maybe he
He's
didn't
probably-
we didn't have her yet.
well,
He's probably
you,
turncoating on the terrorists.
as that's going on, you actually watch as the little eye that's been following you flickers and connects to your comm units.
All right.
Now that you're actually on this asteroid, you can actually look at what's going on. I do apologize, but the station's officials were slightly worried as to what might actually be on there. Should you survive, we'll send something back to you.
So
Good luck.
is this Norn talking to
Yes.
us? Oh.
Are you saying it's autopilot?
There's no response.
You bastard!
So you could talk to us the whole time.
There's
Oh
no
hell, I
response.
figured that much.
All right, forward it is, guys. Let's go into that cave and find where this pilot got dragged off to, because I'm tired of this floating eyeball giving me the business.
All
Wade
right.
just looks. Wade just mumbles to himself. Well, it is not the worst double cross I've been involved in, and flaps towards the flaps along the drag marks.
Gon will grab onto his leg and fly with him.
This excursion gets worse and worse.
Oh, he'll cradle Gon if Gon wants to do that. He'll cradle up Gon and grab a hold of Gon-sol.
Okay. Anybody who's moving without the assistance of Wade, I do need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check, one or the other.
I can do that.
Oh boy.
See, nobody wanted to ride along in the party daisy chain, so whatever. See how
I
it
got
is.
a modified 21 acrobatics.
17 athletics.
14 acrobatics.
Okay. Rod and Yudah, it's tough to move. Like, it's very slow progress, but you're able to sort of make your way slowly to the entryway alongside Wade, who really has no issue dragging Gon-sol, Jerome, and of course Gon. Sophia, you are having a little bit of issue traversing, and you start to sort of feel like you're drifting further and further away from ground as you try to get back down. Going to get you to let's see, any other ways of doing this?
She will request assistance from Wade.
She will or Theo will.
Well, first Theo. If there's no response, maybe she will.
No. Wade would set Gon and everybody else down and say, "Oh, Sophie, dear, yes, I will be right there." And he flies over and gets her. He's probably already got Gon and them to the spot they want to get to. Passes Rod and Yudah. Goes get Sophie. Passes Rod and Yudah again, and then sets Sophie down and waits patiently.
Okay.
Show
So
off.
you do make your way in there then. What's the marching order going in? Now remember, it is still tough to move around because you're basically semi-floating. You're trying to use as much of the ground as possible to sort of keep yourself moving throughout.
I've got 20 feet of titanium cable line. If we want to carabiner ourselves off to that, maybe.
In terms of,
So one of us can't just independently float away.
Buddy system.
I'm good. I'm good, Rod. I'm good.
No, I wasn't asking you.
Well, I think
Seemed
we're like
an open
inside
question
of it
to me.
now.
I'm sorry. It was my bad. I interpreted wrong.
You know, just assume in the future if I offer to help someone, you're not included.
All right. Duly noted.
So, to my understanding, we're like inside of this rock now, correct?
yeah, you've made yourself way inside the rock, and so that's actually fitting that you guys said you're kind of all in one cluster. As I move you over, so you enter into
If we're
this
inside,
area here, which is a relatively cramped cave. It's very tight squeeze for Wade, very tight squeeze for Wade, unfortunately. But everybody else, it's about it's the ceilings are, again, it's about 10-foot ceilings, but it's only about a 5-foot wide path. It doesn't seem to be a straight circular bored hole.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be a drill hole?
It not like a perfectly circular drill board hole, but it does seem to be artificially made.
Okay. I guess I will move inside.
Is it black for everybody else?
I just have my flashlight cone.
Let me take a look. You should have. Oh, it's because of the. I am going to reduce your token for now until we get to an area where you can actually do this. So bear with me. How's that? Now, do you have any vision anywhere?
No, let me reload the page though, since you did that.
Because it does say you have sight, but it is pitch black inside here. So without a light source such as Rod's flashlight.
Well, to be fair, I have low light and dark vision, which is nice.
Yes, I have beady little rat eyes that can see through the dark.
I like to imagine Rod's flashlights are like mounted to the side of his helmet.
I can see a little bit now. Yeah.
Okay, like you can see
not
basically
much.
where. If anybody's got any other lights that they want to, like a beacon or anything like that, I can add that to it.
I can't actually see anyone's tokens other than myself.
That's
there they
because
are.
The same.
They're behind me.
If people want, Sophie can do dancing lights again to get a brighter source in here, but she's going to leave that option up to the party, depending on whether they want to be stealthy or not.
Well, what's our lead guy's stealth like? Guessing not
Probably not
super
great.
hot. That'd be a 2. So,
I mean, we can let him aggro the enemy, and then we can sneak in behind.
oh, are you gonna let me do that this time?
Depends how thorough you are.
Sophia, are you casting dancing light?
Seeing that Rod is not, seeing that I can still see Rod, yes.
What are the stats on that hammer again? Was it basically the same as my fist, just a D6?
Yeah, it's just a D6 instead of a
Okay.
D4.
If you could give me control of that light, that'd be awesome too.
Just one sec. I'm just taking a look at the amount of light that it offers, which is 10 feet of each other. How much is the light cast? Oh yeah, it gives off the same amount of light as each one gives off the same amount of. Yeah, there you go. You should have access to that.
Okay, got
Hopefully.
it. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Nope.
So Wade and Yudah are like in the same square, just standing by each other.
Yep.
That's
Well,
kind of
you're sort of
he's like
taking
a
up the
medium
entire
creature, and
feeling.
Wade's all like that around him.
All right. So
Notice I have a pistol in each hand, ready for any kind of trouble.
all right.
Hawkadocky.
So what would you guys like to do? How would you like to proceed from here, oh illustrious leader in front?
Yeah, I guess we might as well take the first branch here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to drag this manually. I can't fit through these tight passageways.
They are pretty tight, and that was an interesting thing trying to do the dynamic lighting for this thing.
All right,
you-
I don't want
you hear me?
my.
Okay.
You hear me
As you-
crying so hard for your tight fit through there. So hard, yes. I literally have
All
to
right.
make rolls to get through places like that.
Well, not my again.
As
not my fault. You're a giant freak.
You look into this cavern, Rod.
Yeah, I want the auto target rifle. Because if
As
there's
you
no
look at
Kasatha in
this,
here, the artillery laser is not gonna
notice-
help me.
You notice a dead humanoid body floating in the middle of the cavern right there.
Floating.
Yep.
Oh,
You're all basically floating as of right now. Like it's, as I say, gravity is not your friend right now.
okay.
Space is creepy.
Okay, through the comm unit. I got a dead body in here.
All right.
Are
Go
you
and say
sure
hello.
it's dead?
Pretty sure.
Do we,
I'll poke it with the rifle.
who's breathing right now?
Well, I mean, all of us.
That's not what I meant. I heard something in my headphones.
Are you sure it was one of us? Greg's got a real big shit-eating grin on his face.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
That's Sirenscape. That is actually Sirenscape that's going on right now. Basically, I'm using that as an indicator of your rebreathers. For the most
Okay.
part.
Oh, that is creepy because you can't hear. It's sound doesn't travel in space. You can't hear if someone's breathing behind you.
No, you can't hear anything except your comm units and your own breath.
All right, you
Alright.
said there was a body. Which direction here? Is it up or right?
Yeah, up to the north where that first branch is.
Okay.
Anything happen when I poke that body? Poke that body.
All right, so you're poking the body. All right,
Poke that body.
the corpse seems to be that of a human male, and it's still wearing an Aztec suit with a patch that reads Acrian, identifying it as a member of the mining ship's crew.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it does not appear to react to you.
All right. I'll shove it to one side, like over here, like up against the wall, so it's not floating in the middle of the room like a creepy space ghost.
It is, as I say, it is wearing an Aztec suit there as well, which appears to actually have a backup generator armor upgrade, and he's also holding an empty survival flare gun.
All right. Well, I guess I'll loot those things off of him. Might as well pick him clean while I'm mishandling his
Dead
corpse.
human body. Pick it clean. Yeah. Okay.
Tactical flare gun?
Oh, so you strip it completely
Survival.
clean then, is what you're
No,
saying?
I just take the armor upgrade and the flare. I'm not a savage.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, other than that, you don't see anything. Yeah.
Is Yudah coming in behind me, or I don't see you?
I thought Yudah was you moving towards you.
Dun, 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 dun. Malcolm!
Sorry?
Is Yudah following Rod?
If you went up north, then yes. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Do
We're
we hear
moving-
those
we're
creepy
moving
space
forward.
noises in game or no?
You can't hear anything. You're in
True.
space.
Well, actually, you do hear that over your headsets.
I was gonna say something like that.
Well, we were getting interference on the ship's readings, so it would make sense that if there's some sort of field being generated by this asteroid or by something on this asteroid, that it would also interfere with our comm systems.
I will actually say that neither Yudah nor Rod hear that. Just Sophia, Gon, and Wade over their comm units.
We're gonna run into an abandoned one or whatever they're called.
So, is this a sound that Wade might be familiar with coming from the Dysphoria? Do other asteroids kind of give this off on a regular basis?
Make a computers check.
A computer's check? Okay. I can't. I'm not trained in that. The max I could do
Okay.
would be 10 is trained only.
So you're not 100% certain. You've never actually. You know what? Make me a culture smugglers check.
Okay. I can do that. 14. Man, I'm not rolling.
Let me think here. Basically, what you can tell is it appears to be some sort of signal that's coming through. It's a radio signal of some description.
Sophie, dear, do you hear that signal? That
Yes,
seems
we can
like
hear it
some
as
kind
well.
of. Do you know what it is? Now
Sophie
she can
will.
roll something.
Roll a computers check.
Okay. That's a 25.
All right. So what you're able to determine from that is that is somebody actively trying to send out a signal through the comm systems. But the distortion from the asteroid appears to be blocking it.
Rod, Yudah, somebody seems to be trying to contact us over the comms.
I don't hear nothing.
There's some sort of distortion. I think it's probably down the other tunnel.
Do you want us to come back?
No, you can go a bit further, and then you can tell us if something happened.
All right, don't go too far. Make sure the drone leads. Right? Just so if we need to run back and help, you guys aren't without a tank for too long.
We'll drop the goblin off as a bait, and then we run.
I'm pretty sure that goblin can outrun you.
You know, that
Alright.
goblin's not on our comm system, is he? He does
Nope.
not know that he doesn't know that we would do that, or that Gon would do that.
Yudah would keep following you, but he officially can see nothing.
You can is there any way you can let Yudah see my flashlight?
He should be able to see it, but let me double check why not. I'm not sure why that's the case. Oh, that's fine. Disregard. I apologize. There we go. That should change that
Makes
for
my
you.
life money.
Sorry about that. I thought I had done that properly.
That's okay.
Excuse me.
All right.
Alrighty. What is
I can
that
only
do?
see the dancing light. So,
Unless somebody else has got a flashlight or anything like that. Because
Okay.
you're massively splitting the party as of now.
Oh, I'm sure we'll all die.
That's the plan. The quicker we die, the quicker we can go back to Rise of the Rune Lord. Uh-oh.
So, Rod, as you turn the corner and flash this light, you see in the center of the cave. Let me just pull up the actual here.
I take it back. I like your game, Greg. Please don't kill me.
4 tunnels exit this cavern to the north, south, east, and west. Strangely, however, while the south and west passages are hewn rock, the north and east are finished and lined with some sort of polished metallic plating on the walls, floors, and ceiling.
Mm.
What you see in the center is another corpse, apparently. But as you turn around the corner and flash the light on it, you just sort of watch as it leans and starts to look directly at you, sticks out its elongated tongue, and snarls. And you can only imagine the sound that actually comes from it as it attempts to do so. And it begins to charge at you. I need you to roll initiative.
Uh-oh. Guys, there's something down here.
Could you elaborate?
What exactly does it look like? Was it?
It looks like one of, apparently from the actual suit, it looks very similar in terms of a spacesuit that you just saw.
Some sort of
But
space
inside
zombie.
of it is something completely different.
Some kind of infested miner.
Some sort
I
of
love
ugly
it.
space zombie.
All right. Well, just let us know if you need help.
Jacked up and good to go.
Well played. All right.
I'm gonna add me
So
to the
Yudah,
initiative.
yep. There you go. Alrighty. Sorry about that.
Oh, of course it goes before me.
So, Gon, you are just continuing along the path. Are you heading down towards the other path, cave, or are you going? What are you doing?
No, I mean Rod has not cleared out the other path, so not gonna go there. He'll just turn back to the others and shrug, and then he'll start moving up here. Is movement reduced because of the situation we're in?
Let me double check because I'm just trying to. So moving in 0G. Okay, so for this, yeah, I need you to roll a. Basically, you need to create some kind of thrust and roll an acrobatics or athletics check.
I guess it'll kick off the wall.
Okay, and as you do that, let me think here. So just bear with me 1 second here as I pull that chart up again here. Now, I just wanted you guys to double check on your armor because I just read something here to double check whether or not your armor offers what are called boot clamps.
I think all armor does, unless it's specified somewhere.
Because if that's the case, then if you're using your boot clamps to make movement through the area, you do get a bonus to that. So if that's the case, then you would succeed in your movement to move and then safely stop yourself without crashing.
I don't see it listed here in the armor when I try to control F boot or boot clamps.
Just pulling this up here. Of course, they had 0G. They have to make things interesting, right?
I didn't realize I was wearing Kasatha armor.
Or you're not supposed to be?
Does that mean
No,
you
it's
have
ju-
like flappy? You got flappy arms on this.
I'm assuming
on
it's
his
armor that's been
shoulders or
like
something?
retrofitted for him.
Fair enough.
Or maybe it's like since you're in zero gravity, it's like cosplay. See, they're just floating around.
Yeah, they're tied to his other
Pretend
arm
to
so
be-
they move at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, hidden soldier armor made by the Kasatha. These suits of heavy armor are so named for their slitted helmets, which reveal only the eyes. A rebreather lets the wearer keep their faces completely covered. A ceramic breastplate, shoulder guards, bracers, and greaves protect the wearer while facilitating the graceful Kasatha close combat style.
Plus, it's got 4 breathing armpits.
Yeah, those make a difference. I mean, come on now, you're sweating out in space. You want to have some airflow in there.
Wicks away.
Yes. Airflow.
It doesn't seem to have a clear ruling. Probably
No.
have to say that they kind of do or they kind of don't.
Yeah. It's going to make that. So what I'm going to say in this case is that for this initial push off, you'll have it, but tactically, it's one of those things where you kind of have to activate it as you're moving.
Oh, dang, son.
So it would take a standard action to activate and move, which means exploring is relatively easy to do. But in a tactical situation, you do have to make that acrobatics or athletics check each time you want to move. So you kick yourself off in towards this tunnel here and towards this direction. Okay, so you do manage to do that. Are you trying to move your basically full movement, or how are you planning on doing this?
Yeah, I mean, can I move Can I only move in straight lines or something? Or
Yep.
okay, so one movement would be to go there,
Okay.
or is that how I interpret it right?
Yeah, that's basically how I understand it as well.
All right. Well, I guess I'll kick myself off.
Then I would need another acrobatics check.
All of space is difficult terrain.
Yep, it
Your
is.
ass.
Okay, so
Hey, I can't help it that you guys didn't want to play a tall, gangly freak moth dude.
Well, because I like being able to fit in places.
I don't
all
know.
right, so
It was the price of fitting in.
you do end up that way, but you are now what is called off kilter.
Ah, I'm not because I'm a rat.
You don't get off kilter?
Nope. Well, I don't get the same penalties at least because I have a tail.
A
Okay.
prehensile tail, obviously.
Yes, certainly. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, just quickly double check that for me if you wouldn't mind, because I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I do not gain flat-footed or attack penalties.
Okay. But the other portions of off kilter?
I don't know if it is there anything else?
Off kilter, you can't take move actions to move your speed, crawl, or take a guarded step. You must use a method of propulsion to right yourself or grab stabilizing objects such as wall or ladder in order to end this condition.
So
You don't take the flat-footed or the -2 penalties, but you can't continue. You wouldn't be allowed to move until you right yourself.
All right. Well, and then Gon-sol
Based on what I'm reading there, so
that's fine. Yeah, Gon-sol would spend one move action to move after me, I suppose.
it would also need an acrobatics check for it or athletics for whichever movements it decides to do.
It's going to crash into the wall and break the glass on the goblin's helmet, and then the goblin will just suffocate in the void of space while we're in mid-battle.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but you hate goblins, so...
So, yeah. So what ends up basically happening is it launches itself and it just basically crashes into the wall itself. And it is off kilter as well. God damn it. There. So it's into the wall there.
All right. That's
All right. Fun times. Space combat, 0G. All right, Void Zombie's turn. It's going to look at Rod and propel itself towards him.
As well, it's got to make it okay.
Yep, it's made its acrobatics check to lunge at you.
It's a zombie. Why is it so dexterous?
Dang,
All right.
space zombies are all dexterous and creepy faced.
And so it launches itself and it basically grabs onto the area around you, opens its mouth, and you just watch as its tongue, its elongated tongue, starts. Actually, no. For this one, it's just going to do the slam. It's going to run right over into you. So as part of this lunge, it's going to actually roll its attack on you.
Gross.
22 to hit.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
For 9 damage.
Ow.
Let's not go back to the space station. Let's not recover some stamina points. Let's not do those things.
Hey, we did recover stamina. Well, not stamina, but health.
Yeah,
Something.
stamina.
No stamina. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, some of us.
Okay, Rod, your turn. You are planted. It did not knock you over, and it did not keep pushing you off. So you are still there.
I couldn't have really gone anywhere.
Oh,
anyway.
actually, no. Sorry, I do need you to roll an athletics. Actually, sorry.
11.
Okay, and you are also off kilter.
Yeah, this is where we're in combat now. This is where I start rolling 2s.
Yep. I was about to say, combat started. Rod started sulking.
Well, and
Did he ever stop?
And you are sorry. I'm just going to roll 1d4 for each of you guys. Gon's off kilter for a round. Gon-sol for 2, and then Rod is off kilter for 3.
good. The
'Cause-
entire combat.
Rod. So to end off kilter, you have to basically use a move action to steady yourself using an object. Basically, if you're floating in space and you can't, you're going to have a lot of issues. But if you're in the wall,
Yeah.
It's a little easier.
Okay. So I'm going to stabilize myself on the wall as a move action.
Okay.
Right up in there.
Okay.
I'm going to... Oh, no. Would that be... Okay, so I have a base attack bonus of 1 or higher. So as part of a move action, can I draw a weapon?
Technically, I would say yes, because that would
Okay.
fall under that, would it not?
Only when you're moving, though, I think, as in walking.
Well, I mean, I'm moving through space.
He's orienting himself. I don't actually. You know what? That's a decent point. Let me just quickly.
Normally, you can draw a weapon as a move action, or if your base attack bonus is +1 or higher, as part of a move action. It doesn't specify that you have to be moving.
So then, if that's the case, I would then rule that's fair game.
Okay. So I want to stabilize myself against the wall. Let go of the auto rifle because it's not like it's gonna fall to the ground and break.
It just floats there.
And draw an assault hammer?
Yep.
That I affixed the disrupting fusion seal to.
Sure.
Because we had time in between sessions to recover stamina and do things, and it only takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll have to add this in a second, so I'm just going to use the Kestis macro and then roll a d6. It was an 11 hit.
There we go. There we go. An 11 against KAC? No.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a swing, and basically he's barreled in, and as you're riding yourself, you're just having an issue orienting yourself to make that swing, so it just goes slightly wide of him.
Oh yeah, just wide, and the hammer clacks into the wall and sends a
you just watch as you actually watch as some of the rock comes out of the wall itself as you do so. Rod. I'm sorry, Yudah.
Yudah, help me.
Stabbing, sword, get him the murders. I'm gonna get him with the murders. It's gonna happen. I got a modified 14.
Just bear with me 1 second. If provided with sufficient handholds, a creature with climb speed can move along wall at full speed.
Does anyone here have?
Yeah, no.
climb speed?
No, I'm just reading through this as to how that would work. So yeah, no, basically, you modified 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that ends up being, let's say, an 18. So you move your way along the wall to here and are off kilter.
I'm off kilter?
You need to unfortunately succeed at 20 athletics or acrobatics to move successfully through 0G unless you have jump jets.
All right,
or
sure.
things along those lines.
Do you want me to do the acrobatics? See, or
was that your acrobatics or athletics to do that?
The 14 was his attack roll.
that was I forgot that we were 0 gravity.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, you have to move first. So yes, an acrobatics check would be preferred. Make your acrobatics.
Okay, sure. And I got a modified 19 acrobatics.
+4, you succeed. So for just the sake of that, just roll your actual attack over again, please.
Yep, sure. And I got a modified 13. One less.
Yeah. So as you come in, you shear through some of the rock leading towards him, but it does not catch him.
Am I at least surprising?
Doesn't appear surprised. It doesn't appear anything unfazed. It just wants to eat.
That's a shame. I would have gotten a big laugh out of that.
Okay, Wade.
Wade is going to hold his action and gesture to Sophie to go first because he's going to probably need to take up the rear on this one. Because as big as he is, if it's like in Pathfinder, you have to move half speed unless you make a check. So he's probably going to end up moving half speed for a little while through these tiny tunnels for these small creatures.
So the one thing I will say for you, given this situation, is I won't impose the 0G penalty because literally you can touch every single surface.
I can touch every single surface and I have radiation wings. I'm unfazed.
Okay. So we're going to let Sophia go first.
You know, I was reading that if I bump into Gon-sol, I'm going to become off kilter. Is that correct?
Potentially.
So she is going to wait for hold action for Gon-sol to move, and then she's going to go behind him.
Okay. Gon.
He's not gonna move. He's gonna spend his move action to not flip around like a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Use the wall to. Yep. Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Supersonic racing.
just gonna try and get somewhere, like here.
Okay. So just make your acrobatics roll.
Oh,
You deftly, after the last incident, make your way over to that area.
and I guess that is his turn.
Void zombie. All right. After slamming into you, Rod, you watch as this tongue lashes out at you, and it appears to try to pierce you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every
That's all right, I've
game,
already got crabs.
every game, those tendrils go somewhere.
A 15 against your KAC.
No.
So basically, all you see, Rod, is basically this thing basically trying to latch onto you, and his tongue darting out at you and just missing you and just going one side, other side, hits the glass and bounces off.
No Frenching on the first date.
All right, Rod.
Oh, no, I'm just swinging at him again. Well, we're in 0G. No, never mind. That would be CMB, which is impossible in this game.
Yeah, CMB.
Push him away.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hit him.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
24 to hit.
That will hit. So roll your d6. So you come over and you're like, no Frenches on the first date. And you just come over with the hammer and just smack him in the head.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a one-handed weapon, right?
Yep.
9 damage, and it bypasses any DR it might have for being undead.
Now, I'm not sure of the rules. Can you use a one-handed weapon as a two-handed in this, similar to like a longsword in Pathfinder?
There's no benefit.
Okay, right. You're right. There is no benefit, similar to 5th edition. Okay, so you just slam it in the head, and you watch as it goes, reeling slightly, comes back at you, and it starts staring you down. Yudah.
Wait, so he smacks it. It goes boop, and it goes around, and it's snarling at him. Is it like up clockwise?
Yeah, but if you've seen Thor yet,
Thor Ragnarok? Not yet.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it was very Guardians 2.
Yeah, I thought Taika Waititi did a good job. I like that director. I got a modified 17 to stab this dude, by the way.
modified 17, that will come in. You come in with the sword after you watch him, and you're just trying to time it right as you come through with that and deal how much damage.
Let's find out how much damage. Woo! 11.
Dang.
You
That's
come
why
in and
I'm old.
you hack into it, and you watch as basically most of the body crumples as it, but you still watch as part, like it's one hand and its tongue are still darting, but you've taken out, like you slice into the side as it's spinning around, just sort of cleave off part of it.
Gross.
So it's still alive?
Yeah,
And
well,
it's undead. See, it's undead, so the blood doesn't move. It just kind of congeals in little blobs.
it's
around.
all coagulated, and
Well,
it's
in
sort of
0G, it
flopping.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't rip either.
It wouldn't ooze.
No, but if the heart was still, it would. If the heart was still beating, it would go.
The blood
Yeah.
looks like black scrambled eggs.
Yeah, basically, it's like this almost custardy, like rancid custard type texture.
Yeah, if you've ever let blood pudding go bad,
I don't need
Wait.
blood pudding. Yeah.
Back to you. So are you
No,
still waiting for Sophia to move?
It'll just mold.
I don't know. Wade will gesture again for her to go. I say, "After you, Sophie dear," and we'll wait for her to move. If she doesn't move now, he will move. But
Okay,
he's wanting to wait for her to move.
Sophia.
over the comm you hear, I swear, if you're playing Duck Duck Goose at the entrance to this fucking cave,
There's a drone in our way.
you're in 0. Move it! It weighs literally nothing.
Well, by that reckoning, so does she.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
Thus,
How does
zero
that-
gravity.
floors
How
are
does
stealing
bulk
her
work
walls.
in 0G? Because I think I have telekinetic hand. Is bulk still the same?
It would be an
In
L
zero
bulk
G.
if it has no weight.
Or
There is no
virtually
bulk.
weight.
There is no bulk.
You can carry 10 times as much in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good, because I am definitely over capacity right now.
If that is the
He
case,
gets back to gravity. Smush.
how fast can I move it? I wonder. Sophie will try to use telekinetic hand
He's gonna launch it.
move,
He's gonna
to move the
take over
drone
it.
forward.
and launch it at the bad guys from now on. It's gonna go.
I was gonna say this is how we lose Gon's second drone.
All right.
Don't go blowing up
Oh,
his drones because he'll make you pay for them.
No, I actually I don't have it. I was thinking about getting it, but I did not.
Okay.
Darn.
Well,
So
disregard. Then what are you doing?
Sophie will try to go to that in that direction and try and squeeze past Gon-sol if she can.
Okay. Well, basically, you are going to run into it. So if you'd like to, because that's kind of how the movement of these squares work, right?
Yeah. So if a creature runs into a solid object, so that would be a solid object, I would imagine. Or
Well,
if
it's
a creature
actually-
runs into another creature, both creatures attempt a DC 20 acrobatics or athletics check to avoid getting the off-kilter condition.
Yep.
So I guess she's gonna go for it because she's got pressure on both ends. That's 15. What's the bonus for the clampy thingies?
14.
Oh, actually, that's a 16
A
'cause
four
of the plus
plus.
one. A natural
So,
15.
that'll
So
get you 20. So
acrobatics.
Gon-sol needs to also roll an athletics or an acrobatics.
Yeah, you got a 17.
So he is back off kilter.
Whoa! I just saw
Yeah.
outside the space rock. That was weird.
Yeah, just to kind of get you to move the token right beside Gon-sol there.
Okay, so I move it up to.
No, you're
No?
still on the same side as you were because you've knocked into Gon-sol.
Oh right. Is it possible to move past them or no?
I would say that you're in this square here from where you were,
Okay,
but you can't continue moving past what you've hit.
gotcha. All right, that's her turn.
Wade, you said you wanted to move now?
Wade is going to say, "Okay, Sophie dear, hold on to Gon-sol," and he will just put his hand on her back and try to walk them both forward. Just walk them both forward.
All right, I will allow that. You're going to just walk them your full
Yeah,
full
I'm
into
just
the,
gonna.
into the
I
next
can only
cavern.
move half. Yeah, I can only move half speed, so like 15 feet. But they're
Okay.
moving somewhere.
Are you
Now,
moving your
please-
light?
Yeah, I was about to tell her, please bring the light along, Sophie dear.
I believe it actually counts as a move action to change the lights, but I'm not sure.
Well, then you can only go so far then.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say that gets there. Wade, you can move until you can't see the light any longer.
Oh, that'd just be right there. That's where I stopped seeing light.
Okay, so Sophie, God damn it. Okay, move yourself beside
Lights can be
Gon-sol.
moved up to 100 feet per round, so it's not actually a move action. Sorry, that's my bad.
Okay, so I'm going to move it into the cavern here.
Yeah, thank you.
And so move, I'll say you probably get that there. You've moved that there. And Wade, you're about there, probably.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say that you probably have moved Sophie here and sort of unfurled yourself into your full size.
Oh, I can stand up in here? I can stand up in here?
Yeah.
Oh, stretch. Oh, let the wings come out and they flutter a bit as they stretch.
Okay. Gone.
Wade will just wave to Gon.
So we still haven't had any report of you needing aid, but we're here. So
That's very generous of you.
Very astute.
he's gonna look down at his pistols. I'll try the energy one and overcheck it. That's an natural 20.
Yep, that'll do it.
And it gets the burn effect on a 20.
Which probably doesn't work.
What, crits
Ah,
on
there's
undead?
no oxygen.
I mean,
No oxygen
Or
in
the
there.
burning. Oh, the burning. Yeah. So the laser damage certainly seems to do something to it. Actually causes the thing to die because when you basically hit it where this congealed mass is, and you watch as basically the innards, to a certain extent, disintegrate. But the fire that you are used to have happening on such shots does not appear to happen.
well, problem solved. Yes.
Assuming we're not still in combat, I want Rod to just boot this thing back into the room.
Okay, so I'm going to get you to roll an attack roll for. Well, actually, it's disintegrated, so that's neither here nor there. So I'm just going to get rid of that. There you
We
go.
really should go back the other way. Somebody was trying to signal us. They may need our help.
I'm pretty sure everyone down here is already dead, my dear.
No, this was definitely someone trying to signal us.
It was a radio transmission coming across on the comms.
You sure it weren't just on loop?
No,
Rod, we want you to go and check it out, so would you be so kind?
Well, I haven't finished clearing out this bit.
Yes, you're just so ineffective. It's incredible.
Well, you know what? I'll go back the other way if you promise not to run in here after me and get yourself eaten.
I will not promise you anything.
Well, then I'm staying here.
Does the void zombie have anything on it?
Let me just quickly take a look.
well, the armor's been cut in half, we've been told, so
Hey, that's
Well,
half.
I mean,
it's good for nothing.
Yeah,
if
no,
you want,
they're-
Don, you can
it's good for
strip the one that I
UPVs
threw
now.
to the wall in the other room.
It's got absolutely nothing. Basically, everything on it has decayed or has been torn apart.
Now, to be clear, this looks like the same type of uniform, right? This is not an older
Yeah.
or newer uniform.
This appears to be the same uniform that was found in the previous room.
So this isn't some kind of space void rock where time distorts and was in the drift for so long that it amassed travelers from all different types of things. Okay. All right.
Gonna
Wade
keep
looks
moving into
visibly
this room.
disappointed. Wade looks visibly disappointed having to crawl through those small, tiny holes some more.
Just going to reduce you back in size there so that you can do that.
Well, we got a northeast and south in here. You got any votes?
And so, just to verify again, because I don't know if you heard the last time when I was saying, basically the ones on the north and the
East.
east there are metal. They are not stonework.
Yeah, I can kind of see the edges of the metal hallways. Through
Okay.
the dynamic lighting.
Okay.
We really should go back.
Well, you know who to persuade.
Wow. Either way, we're down here. We're gonna come back down this way.
Yeah, but if someone's in danger,
These
Motherfucker,
things
we
are
were
all over
just
the
in danger.
place.
unless you want. Yeah, we're all in danger here. The difference is that I know for a fact that we can take more of a beating than, say, a miner who's hiding inside of a garbage can.
Further, the more of us
So-
there are, the better our chances of survival. If we find someone else who's still
That
alive,
being said, we could split up again.
I'm
Who
fine.
knows? It could be Ripley.
I mean, that's been working for us so far.
Maybe it's a cave mirage.
All I am asking is that Rod moves his fat arse and do something. That is all I'm asking.
All right. What's north?
Okay, so as you look north, let me just quickly get to the descriptor of this. The northern passage that you see out of this area ends after about 50 feet, where the ceiling appears to have collapsed into basically a wall of fallen rock.
Okay. And there's nothing in there.
Sorry, sorry, I apologize. I read the wrong section. It ends. It goes perfectly straight for about 100 feet until it ends at a hole facing into the void of space.
That's unnerving.
Huh.
Big
All
enough
right.
to
That's all you see there. It's a straight metal hallway that goes straight into space.
If you're willing
Oh.
to take the long walk, I bet it's a pretty nice view.
I figure this must be like an empty, like a mine shaft, like one of their ways in. That's why it's perfectly straight and has like a metal wall.
Wade just says, "You'd be surprised what strange things you find on the asteroids." I
Oh.
can stand up.
There's strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. What about east?
Okay, as you enter into that one, you're looking into another cavern. Past from what I can, let me just pull up what you see. Yeah, it opens up into another cavern.
Oh yeah, make sure I pick up my auto target rifle before we venture forward.
Sure. Okay, can I get you, Rod, to roll a will save, please?
Oh yes, of course. That's my best save. Wow. 8.
Woohoo!
Okay. I have to look up this status now because this is fun. You are confused
Oh good.
for 2 rounds.
12 seconds.
I rolled D percentile.
Sorry, pardon?
I rolled D percentile. You're mentally
Okay, yeah.
befuddled and can't act normally.
I swear to God, if you spin around and Han Solo me,
Right.
Well, I mean,
right, so what's the-
you probably wouldn't hit anyway, so no worries.
Oh yeah, but now I'm attacking one of my own party members. I'll probably crit.
Oh yeah, I mean when PvP rolls around, you did fine when
course.
PvP rolled around.
Make you a grenade.
If you are not devoted to attacking a target, roll on the following table at the beginning of your turn each round to see what you do.
So I would like you to roll your percentile dice.
88.
And I actually need everybody, I guess, to roll initiative at this point.
And that's attack nearest target. Who's behind me?
Yudah.
Yudah. You
That's
do.
exactly
you come
what
back
I
and
was
hold
talking about.
solo.
So
I knew it was gonna
roll
happen.
your initiative, please.
I knew he would turn on us. I knew it.
And Rod, you technically get a surprise round.
Do we have a taser or something? How long is this going to go on?
Surprise rounds count towards his confusion rounds, though, don't they?
I was thinking him taking
Yes,
a swing. at
it'll
us.
count towards his confusion rounds, but it's because none of you were expecting him to do this. He technically would get a surprise round.
All right. What's your KAC, Yudah?
I'm sitting at a 14 right now, baby.
Oh, I'm so sorry, bud.
You're just like, is something wrong?
It's like Rod turns around and you can see his eyes go wide in the visor and he screams, "Zombie!" 17.
Okay, Sophia, did you
A
re-roll
ranged
your
attack?
Yudah and Sophia? Did you re-roll your initiative?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, one sec. There, I did worse.
So just put that in, please. And so, Rod, you spin around.
Yeah, it would just be the closest person. I mean, this gun has automatic on it. I could hit everyone.
Technically,
Do it.
I mean,
you were holding the auto rifle, and you are.
here's the thing. Everyone is considered an enemy.
Yeah,
And you have the perfect
Screaming
opportunity
Everyone,
to spray everyone.
yeah. I'm actually going to. I'm going to actually roll that you do fire an automatic.
All right.
Why did this happen?
on the surprise round,
Just
and
walked
he
down
goes
the wrong
first
tunnel.
the next round. He
Your
wipes us
brain
all
turns to
out.
cheese.
Just let me look something up real quick.
He turns around,
Oh,
wipes us all out, looks at us, and is like, "What happened to you guys?"
Oh no, the zombies must have done it.
okay.
So
So
I'm just
it's
rereading.
a 30
I'm just
foot
rereading
cone.
this. Sorry, no, I'm just rereading this here. Treat all attack nearest creature.
Mhm.
The way it's worded, it is only one singular creature. So, as funny as it would be for him to spray the lot of you twice,
Instead,
I may
just
have to
put
roll it
50 rounds into my
as a
chest.
singular target.
Yeah. Unfortunately, automatic. I can only hit one person each. Like each person once.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed that I couldn't just unload an entire clip into one dude.
So that was a 17 against Yudah's KAC.
Yeah.
That's a hit, baby.
So roll damage.
What's going on?
Well,
I'm
that's
not-
okay. It's a 1.
I'm not even.
Rod, come on, Rod. Even when you go PvP, man.
That's freaking unreal.
Okay. So that's the first
Well,
turn.
I was gonna roll the actual dice I have, but they always roll 6s. So
Wade, grab his gun and bend him over your knee.
Second attack.
Well, no, he rolled another percentile first.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yes.
50.
50.
Which is do nothing but babble incoherently.
All right, Babel.
You're everywhere. You can't. I'm not going back to jail. You can't see me again. I won't go. I'm gonna put it up my butt.
Yudah starts babbling too because he's terrified and doesn't know what's happening.
All right. So next time your turn comes around, you will no longer be confused. Wade.
I'm sending it back to zombie space prison again.
Everyone beat him to death before his turn comes around again.
I don't want to go back to space camp this one time at space camp.
I shot my friend.
Wade will be like, "What?" Confused. And he will say, "Rod, I thought you were a good bastard." And he'll step up over here and whack him. Says, "Bad Rod."
Around the corner?
Yeah, I gotta stand there, don't I? I'll stand right there. But I'm standing on you to kind of if I do that.
Yeah. Which I don't think you're allowed to do in Starfinder.
I don't know.
Well,
I
in
don't.
zero G, you crash into him, so you get.
No, he's got perfect movement in 0G.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
He would have to make he would have to make that. I wouldn't.
You could squeeze into there.
Yeah, like have just your front half wedged in.
That's kind of tricky. Then no one else can shoot though, too.
Again, we
I've got
don't
10
want to actually
I can reach
kill
him.
him. So
I can reach him from here. I got 10-foot reach.
we're actually
So-
okay right now. Like if we just let him chill out. I mean, I might recommend grabbing him and holding him and being like, snap out of it.
You're
But
not allowed to be in his square though. That's the thing.
we,
Okay.
we shouldn't all unload on him, that's for sure.
we
I
say
can't reach there either. So during my movement, I will pull out. I'll move right here. I can still see him right here, and I will pull out my laser and be like, "Rod, I thought you were one of the good bastards," and will ranged attack him then, because I don't know he's going to get better the next round.
You know what? Everyone I could see like pulling guns on Rod and being like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that?" The only person here who I imagine has just been itching for an excuse to shoot me is Gon.
To be fair, we know that you are also infected with some kind of alien space disease.
Yeah. Where do you get the +3 damage from? Yeah.
Me? It's an operative weapon.
He gets to add his dex to it.
I don't think
Because
it is.
I'm an operative
Small arm.
now. All small arms are considered operative weapons.
So you get to add 3 to your attack or your damage.
My damage? No. Let me see.
Because you rolled 1d4
Mm.
3. That's
Oh, I see that. See what y'all are saying. Starfinder.
Man, we've had more rules questions this session than we have in the like preceding 2 months.
Yeah.
you could
Well,
do
there was a lot of rule stuff in the Starship thing too.
you could do your trick attack, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not going all out on him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're spending an awful lot of
No.
time trying to figure out how to best shoot me.
Full attacks work totally different to Pathfinder, Starfinder. You shouldn't compare. Dexterity armor class attack rolls that rely on dexterity, usually ranged. Weapon damage rolls that rely on dexterity, such as operative weapons. Weapon damage rolls that rely on dexterity, such as operative weapons. Okay. So small arms can be used during trick attack and stuff like that. So they should count as operative weapons, I think. So I should get the 4 damage. Looks like.
Alrighty.
Down she goes.
Gone. Who's going to unload into him with laser cannons and overloaded and
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Shoot the traitor.
He says to Gon-sol.
I'll overcharge his pistol. That's a 21 to hit. Or 9.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna kill Rod.
There's something
I'm
you guys
telling you,
want to tell me?
He's a cursed character. I'm telling you, man.
Is there like really like is there something you guys want to tell me?
We love you.
I find that a little difficult to believe. Gotta tell you.
Reaction cannon doesn't hit though. That's his turn.
Sorry, just give me 1 sec. So you shoot your light laser pistol there. The big reaction cannon fires, and you just watch as the projectile ricochets into the back walls, back of the wall here, and just splinters into the rock. Yudah.
Yudah takes this opportunity to
What, stab me in the fucking chest?
pat the spot that you shot like 6 times, which isn't that many for him. Then he stops. His 2 top arms go up in the air. His 2 lower arms point at him, and he says, "You shot me." That's his turn. I'm sorry. He shot me. Did anyone see him shoot me? You shot me. That's the turn.
Okay.
That's why we're shooting him.
My chest is just smoking a little bit, but I'm otherwise completely unfazed.
Yeah, well,
Gon,
Rod
can I-
screams nonsense.
Gon, can I get you to roll a perception check, please, just for Gon?
22.
Okay. So you see, because of your sight, this semi-incorporeal thing float out from one of the tunnels. And I'm just going to pop that back for 1 sec. So I need Yudah, Gon, and Wade to roll will saves, please.
Killing it. Straight up killing it with a modified 22.
Okay. Thank God for all of you.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling real good about that.
Would have been a TTK.
So you all feel this level of confusion and hatred start to slowly take over. And you're able to shrug it off and it fades to a certain extent. Gon, you're able to see this malicious creature, and I'm not sure whether or not Wade or Yudah are able to at this point, but...
Would Sophie be able to, having dark vision?
Can you see it?
I can see it on the screen.
Okay,
Yeah.
then if that's the case, yeah, you'd be able to see it as well. And it is like this incorporeal being that appears to be in this tattered spacesuit. And it is going to attempt to attack. It's going to move one more and make a claw attack against Rod. 17 against KAC.
That is my KAC, so yes.
Okay. For 5 damage.
So in
5 slashing.
Starfinder, you don't go into negatives; you just die, right?
No, you hit 0, and then you lose
Resolve points.
all. Yeah.
So it comes up, and with its incorporeal claws, you feel it tear into you, and you're not able to completely describe. Like, it doesn't leave a visible mark on you, but you're able to feel it tear away something.
Yeah, Rod screams, but he knows not why.
Because it comes up from behind you and does this, basically. And those of you who can see it, watch.
Yeah, this wail of pain interrupts the incoherent gibbering.
Okay. Sophia.
Sophia sees this thing tearing into Rod, and honestly, she's more concerned about that because Rod was just babbling like a crazy man. Who knows?
Are you sure? Are you sure, Colin?
Yeah.
Now is your real. It's your last shot. Your one opportunity to fucking shoot me again.
Maybe
Hey,
kill
I never
him.
shot you.
Well, there you go. There you go. You know, all the times I was rude and verbally. Now's your shot. You should just kill me. You should just kill me dead.
She would have shot Gon, not Rod. So she is going to take a shot with her laser pistol at that thing, and all of her weapons do count as magic if this is an incorporeal type thing. So let's see what happens.
You're gonna shoot over 3 of us to hit that thing?
You do take the penalty for shooting into melee.
Not that you
I'm
can't,
sure.
but it'd certainly be impressive if you hit.
Still just a -4.
Is that with your tactical pistol?
Over his
that's with
head,
the
under my
laser pistol.
legs.
Okay. So what's your attack roll?
I'm getting there. 14 to hit.
14 to hit the EAC. Is that including the -4?
Oh, that is not including the -4, so it'd be 10.
Okay. So you pull out and fire your laser pistol there, and you watch as it just clears over Rod and into the rock face beside this being. Rod, you come from confusion. You feel this weight sort of being lifted off of you, though you are hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I remember anything that happened in the last 12 seconds?
Based upon the level of confusion, I would say you were probably in a blind state, so I don't necessarily think so.
Are you at negative hit points?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Not yet.
I don't even know what to do now. I scream in pain. Ah!
Well, something hit
I
you
wonder
from
why there are
behind.
so many bullet holes in the front of me.
Aye!
I see that everybody has their guns pointed at Rod, at myself, prospectively.
Oh.
Well, clearly, these people haven't shot me. That would never happen. That would just be every
yeah.
sorts of back-ass words.
Giving
he
you 4
turns
minutes.
around.
So as you turn around, you see this like incorporeal thing staring you down, and this perpetual scream on her face.
And he swings at it with the hammer. Does the disruptive seal do anything to that? Can I even hit it?
Let me take what disruptor seal that states which.
Disruptive magical forces that allow undead to exist. Ignores the DR or energy resistance of undead creatures. Only weapons that deal bludgeoning damage can benefit from this fusion.
I would actually say that this would still be technically then corporeal for the sake of incorporeal, correct? Because it's saying the damage reduction. Is that how that comes across?
It just says it ignores any DR or energy resistance of an undead creature.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, it's the same. It'll still technically be in an attack. You make your attack.
Okay. 11.
So you come to swing and you still feel that scratch through your back, and you swing slightly wide.
All right, and then I'll take a move, or I'll try to take a move.
You're gonna 5-foot step back.
Yeah. Do I still have to make the acrobatics or the athletics? 19, one shy. Of course. Why
Plus,
not?
No, plus your 4. So
Oh.
you're able to move it, and so you end up actually floating backwards into Yudah. And Yudah, I need you to also make your athletics or acrobatics.
Can I only move
actually
in a
got
straight line?
Yeah.
13 acrobatics to not be funny.
Okay, so you are off kilter for the whole 4 rounds.
So you and I are just kind of drifting.
Yeah.
No, he ran into you, and basically he's still upright.
So
But-
he stopped. But I'm just drifting slowly away, still giving him 4 middle fingers.
Yeah, you were my
Shooting
you were
me.
my doorstop. I sort of panic jumped.
Well,
Alright,
make it
wait.
worth it, because I'm not stabbing anyone while I'm slowly floating in the air.
What would you have to do? Wade?
That's just funny to me. Concept of somebody's zero gravity, just kind of like boof. Way to go, man.
So Wade sees Rod do that, is really confused because he also heard him cry out and then turn around and shoot at something, and he's like, so he'll step back over this way and see, oh, that's what's there, and be like, oh, well, now I have to apologize, and be like, I guess he'll shoot his laser at it because he don't know what else to do to it. Let me see. That would be a mysticism check to see what this is, right?
Let me quickly double check, because they've changed a lot of their checks in this, which makes things interesting.
If it's an undead, it's mysticism.
In this,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I'll roll that then. That's fine. Yeah.
19.
Okay. You do recognize this as an undead extraplanar creature.
Ooh.
And you've heard tale of something called a drift dead, which straddles the line between drift space and normal space, but is an undead creature.
Oh, it appears that this thing is undead. Perhaps it would be good to use appropriate measures.
Yeah, perhaps it would, said floating just a foot away from anything I can use to right myself.
What
Actually,
would be appropriate?
What would be appropriate? I got a 19. I might know.
The only thing you're familiar with is that it is harder to hit while in normal space and not in drift space.
Wade just looks and goes, eh.
I guess we'll do a trial and error type of thing.
Basically, as incorporeal takes 50% damage from like energy and magical items, but in anything corporeal has a 50% chance to miss.
Someone
It is-
push me towards it.
He would relay that to them, and then he would just kind of look at Yudah floating there, reach over and push him down onto the ground.
Okay, you're going to use your action to right him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna he just reaches out his hand, twist, set down.
Thank you.
Okay. Gone.
Try the laser pistol first. He'll overcharge it.
Okay.
That's a 10 effectively because of the mooks in front of him.
Oh, do they provide cover?
Yeah, there's soft cover.
Okay. Yeah, no, that you fire your laser pistol and
Really well.
and the reaction cannon. Yeah, that also overshoots, and you watch us both go into the metal walls, ricocheting off.
I need you guys to get out of my way. You're blocking my shot.
Yudah's turn. Now that he's on the ground, is he all good? It does appear like he is all good. All right, one moment. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use Supernova because it seems like you guys will be caught in that. So instead, I can charge
An
it
ability like
outwards.
Supernova sounds that way.
Yeah, it's a little it's a collective effort. Uh, I am going to stellar rush it. I'm just gonna plow into it. I wreath myself in solar fire. I guess I slide between Rod's legs and then I hit the guy.
Okay. I'm gonna get you to
so
roll an athletics first.
Yep.
And now I'm off kilt.
No, what I'm doing is I'm checking to see whether or not he's able to pull this off without basically using you as a launch pad.
Oh no,
That's
I wasn't
fair.
complaining. I thought it was funny.
Modified 18.
Plus the 4. Yeah, okay, I'll allow that. Rod, I do need you to roll an athletics check now.
Yeah,
Being
like I
used
said,
as
it would
a-
have been. It's very Looney Tunes for me to like fly backwards and knock him over, and then for him to like grab me by the back of the collar and throw himself forward.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, yeah, and you're able to
Look,
hold your
mayhem.
ground. Your boots have clicked in, and you're actually set, and you're able to hold on there. Okay, Yudah, you go to attack it. What classification of
Yep.
attack is this?
Stellar Rush, I believe it's technically a bull rush.
Is it kinetic?
For whether or not you succeed at your bull rush, the target takes 2d6 fire damage. So I guess energy.
The entire attack is energy, or is that 2d6
It is,
added
it's
onto a successful attack?
It's not added. It's an action in and of itself. It's not go. It doesn't go with an attack. It's
Okay.
It's a stellar revelation.
Okay. So you do bull rush, and I need you to make your. Actually, you know what? At this point, is it an explosion of solar energy then, or is it a?
Yeah, but it's directed at a target of solar. So it's like a projecting of solar energy, I guess I could say.
Okay. No. I just want to double check as to how I'm going to rule that this happens, from the standpoint of if it's a solar attack, energy attack, that basically you bull rush into this thing and cause that solar energy to go off. I do need you to roll to succeed on the bull rush.
Yep, for sure. Let's see. That's to do a bull rush. Is that strength that would affect that?
It's an attack roll.
Or is it
It should be an attack roll.
just a standard? Cool. Oh, that's great. Don't want to spoil it. Let's see. 24. Modified 24.
Just bear with me 1 second here.
CAC plus 8 is what you're looking at.
CAC plus 8.
Yeah, that will succeed, just barely.
All right. It does say, so it's 2d6 plus 1 for the attunement, but you can roll reflex to half, and I'm not sure what the reflex save would be.
It would be your DC or whatever your DC is stated as.
Whatever my DC is.
Yep.
Okay. Just 1 second as I find my DC.
Go ahead and roll your damage. I'll look for the DC.
Yeah. Roll damage.
It'd be 6 damage. I rolled kind of low.
Okay.
How far back is he getting pushed from the bull rush?
Who?
The ghost.
Could probably just be 1.
Just be 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 15 reflex save.
10 plus half his level plus his charisma modifier.
Okay. So what's your charisma modifier?
Plus 4.
So 15.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
So he made
15. 10.
Yeah. So made it. So that's 3. Okay. You watch as you've done this massive bull rush. You've rushed in. You've watched this explosion happen against this. It looks unfazed.
Great.
It's considered energy weapon. It's not force, correct? It's an energy attack.
It'd be an energy attack with my stellar revelations.
Yep. So just yeah, you think it's going to deal a relative amount of damage, but it almost seems barely scratched. You watch as Yeah. So it's going to target Yudah. Does a 22 hit your EAC?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you take 6 damage as you feel this thing reach into your body and rip.
Oh, did it move again?
It's going to move now.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I got all kinds of soul to give.
He's a
You're gonna
soul
need 3
So-
hands, baby.
You watch as it drifts down and into the wall,
Oh, that's inconvenient.
and you do not see it reemerge.
Let's all
However,
flee.
Sophia, I need you to roll a will save.
Will save, will save, will save.
You got this. You got this. You're a
I think that's actually one of my better saves.
Will
Yeah.
you save your will save? We'll see.
Oh,
Will
no,
we?
that's a nat 1.
whoa.
Okay. You are confused for 2 rounds.
Oh, there you go, Wade and Gone. Now it's your turn to shoot another party member.
I sure hope this thing classifies as a mini boss, because otherwise we're not getting much further in this dungeon.
I mean,
Sophia.
Would,
depends on
would
also.
would Wade's check have told him about how it messes with the mind in the way that it is? That I noticed as a player.
Yeah, I would say probably based upon that roll, you would understand that this thing causes a certain level of confusion to those around it.
Okay. All right. So when she starts shooting at us, Wade will say something about it.
So, Sophia, you are up. I need you to roll a D100.
Are those words going to be open fire?
Yeah,
D100.
they're like, I have readied my words to spout off about it confuses people. Don't shoot Sophia.
That's a 7.
That's
So you act normally.
Let's just show. Don't say
So
anything
you,
yet then.
you haven't noticed anything about this confusion. You do feel this weird thing in the back of your head trying to gnaw at you, but you are able to act normally this round. What would you like to do?
So I'm curious, how long am I confused for? Just for fun.
2 rounds.
Two
rounds.
token.
All right. In the
Technically, you
meantime,
wouldn't
I'm
know.
going to try and figure out more about this creature. So I am going to attempt a mysticism check to see if I can find some kind of weakness to it, now that Wade has mentioned what it is.
Okay. Make your roll.
Gosh dang it, I'm rolling terrible. That's a 14.
Feel my pain.
Yeah, no, you know nothing more than what he was able to give you. Oh, sorry, wait. The one thing that I will add to you is basically when the big thing is when a humanoid dies within the drift. Well, consumed with a strong negative emotion, it can become a drift dead, which is a restless undead spirit bound to that plane, unable to escape the confines of the drift, and it reach its final judgment.
Well, see, that's when we need
What's-
someone who can just open holes to the drift, small little holes and throw things back in.
What's left of
but
a
that
drift
does-
dead's warped mind is filled with insanity, rage, and a hatred for the living.
That does kind of insinuate that this person died in the drift with the drift rock. And if it was one of the crew members, then that means they got on it in the drift, not out of the drift. Huh. Okie dokie.
So,
Well,
Sophia, what would you like to do, though? What action would you like to prepare or do?
you will prepare to fire with her laser pistol if this thing shows up again.
Okay, Rod.
Rod's sort of slumped up against the corner of this wall here, looking down the front of his ceramic plating and a bunch of laser burns and other injuries he can't readily identify the source of. Guys, what the fuck happened?
Can we keep
What
the
was that? Who kicked the shit out of me?
Space Ghost, run! He points at a random spot on the wall. Space Ghost!
He's drifting from coast to coast.
We don't have time for that, Wade. Get your jokes out of here and kill that Space Ghost.
I don't have anything to kill a space ghost.
It was a great show. We all miss it. Kill that ghost.
Maybe the next jump will be the last.
All I remember is walking down this hallway.
So you're just going to move down the hallway?
Yeah. The last thing
Wade's
you
like-
remember is doing.
Wait a minute. Wade, you just did that. It will confuse you again.
And that's your turn? Or are you going to hold an
Yeah.
attack?
That's yeah, I guess he'll hold an attack. He'll the hammer, because if something's gonna come out at him, it's probably gonna be close by, so he's gonna have the hammer.
I do need you to roll. I need you and Yudah to roll athletics if you're going to do that.
Do it.
Because you're basically jumping over there.
You could probably walk on the
17.
walls.
Yeah, because since we're in this hallway, can we use the walls to steady ourselves?
5 foot cube square, wingspan of average. You know what? I'll allow that. But that means that you can't. You're not necessarily holding an attack until you're set. Like it's a slower pace, so you can move about half.
Yeah, that's fine for me. Only moved I think like 3 squares anyways.
Yeah. Okay. I'll allow that. Okay. Wade.
Wade will kind of come over here, I guess. I can't reach him. So Wade would try and slip into here, slip, right in there and squish down. Tap Rod and say, I am very sorry for shooting you earlier, Rod. You were confused. And he will
What?
Let me see. What?
You shot me? Is that where all
yes.
these bullet holes came from?
Hey, you shot me. He points at like the one bullet graze mark.
Yeah. It's like a little chip
Yes.
out of the armor.
You son of a gun.
I'm
That's gonna
sorry.
leave a
I did
wound.
not know you. I did not know you were confused.
So you just shot me? There's no
To
way
be
it was
fair-
just you. That little son of a bitch over there shot me too, didn't he? Look at his beady little eyes. He's been itching
was
to
a-
shoot me for the past week.
It was the proper response to your action.
So
Show
he
you a
will
proper
use-
response.
Yes, come here. Come and get me.
I guess he'll use only got so many level 1 spells. How many of those do I have left? Did I use any last time?
Oh, we should have stayed on the shuttle until we could rest.
I don't think you've used any spells. Only your channel.
Yeah, that's right. I used a channel last time. Okay, yeah, I'll use a Mystic Cure on Rod for 5 hit points.
All right.
There you go. All better. No need
Not
to
hardly.
be upset.
I plan on being pretty fucking upset for a while yet.
All right, Gon. You're up.
He's just gonna hold his action until there's a ghost popping out somewhere.
Alrighty, that's fair. All right, Yudah.
That's me. How's it going? I am without an idea of how to get this space ghost out of the wall. So I guess forward is the way to go. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check my left and right and see if there's nothing in here trying to kill me.
Well, once you pass the opening, you basically have to kick off to keep going.
Oh, okay. So try an athletics.
Sure.
All right. Ooh, that's that's 7.
Okay, so you're able to. So you did 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're about here as of right now, and you are continuing to go. So
Uh-oh.
we'll see what happens at the
Guys?
end of the next round or beginning of next round.
I've had nightmares like this, just drifting into like a wall of blackness away from my friends.
Okay.
I don't have a flashlight.
No, you don't. All right. So, Gon, you watch as this ghostly visage appears through the wall here. So I'm going to allow.
Space ghost.
So you are holding until you saw, so I will allow you to go first.
All right.
And Sophia, can you see?
Just the top,
So you can see it.
just barely, just a smidgen.
So you want to attack with your laser pistol? 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what you said. So okay, make basic. Yeah, that'll be a +4 to AC for that. So make your attack, Gon-sol, make your attacks as well.
That's a 16 before any modifiers for being behind cover, or whatever that
A
might
16,
apply.
you said?
Yes,
Modified?
modified. Yes.
Okay,
but that
so-
before applying anything from being behind whatever. I don't know if he still has the.
Yeah, so it'll get a +4 definitely on that. Which means that you fire your laser pistol and it hits the wall. Gone. And you do end up hitting the EAC, so I'd like you to roll damage. You did already, actually. Okay, and you overcharged that. So 7. Okay. And you watch as Gon-sol's reaction cannon powers up and fires, passes right through and into the back wall, doing noticeably doesn't seem to have even phased. Your laser pistol appears to have slightly hurt the creature, but not nearly as much as you thought it was going to.
Okay, so he's positive that solid projectiles are just no good.
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense. You watching it thing go right through the thing. Yeah.
All right.
'Cause you hit it square on with the reaction cannon, and you watch it go right through the chest.
We need energy weapons because the solid projectile is just not doing it. It faces right through. Just so you know, okay? Thanks. Bye.
I he hangs up his part of the conference call by accident.
Okay, thanks. Bye now. Okay. Gone. A 24 against your EAC.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would do it.
And you
When you
take
do things like that, why do you even ask?
5 damage as you feel this claw enter into your body, and you feel it tear something away. Rod.
It's like hair removal. It's terrible.
Okay.
So where is this thing? Is it still in the wall way over here?
No, it's popped out of the wall. You can see the top part, which is why you got a shot off at it. And you watched as it exited from the wall here and to this area here, which
So
is why
how
you can
did
see
it-
the top portion of it.
How did it hit Gon with a melee thing?
But did it?
It's like a soul
Did it?
drain.
Ah,
You watch as the creature reaches out its arm and does this motion of trying to claw something out, and you watch as he feels it.
I don't know which direction to go.
As you've left Yudah in total and utter darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
he's
help
in
Yudah.
darkness.
He's just drifting backwards into the abyss, like, I made a terrible decision.
I regret everything.
There's more
I'm gonna
ghosts down
talk
here,
with
I know it.
you again. Okay.
All right.
All right, Rod should just stay technologically rolling because this is so much better than it was.
Yeah, like I said, for some reason the 3D dice just seem to void the ridiculous RNG problem I have.
Yeah, you gotta use
I
those
had that
dice.
before.
Those dice only want to roll fantasy games. They're rebelling against you, Rod. Well, they're rebelling
So
against
There's more
You're-
hallways.
Kane.
Okay, you're going this way. So you've launched yourself, squeeze, launch. Okay, so you actually end up here because you have to basically, it's 0. You're pushing yourself off
Mhm.
and throwing yourself towards the next wall. You catch yourself on the next wall.
Okay, so it's like an
That-
ice
that's-
puzzle in Pokemon.
Yeah, basically. Or Legend of Zelda or things.
Insert random ice dungeon here.
Yep.
Okay, I was hoping I could land close enough to sort of grab a hold of Yudah, but
It's
since
okay.
he's not actually at risk of flying away into the
Yeah.
void. This is
Your
this is fine.
flashlight pointed at the wall I'm gonna biff
If-
into in a second.
If you want to, if you wanted to go that way, you could have potentially grabbed on. But
Well, because I'm thinking if it comes back through the wall this way, I might be able to sort of sucker punch it.
okay, fair enough. So Wade, it is now your turn,
Wade is investing in a flashlight eventually once we get back.
or
Because he has to rely on
beacon,
everybody else.
I am
or something.
so glad I bought this. It was like the first thing I bought.
Dark vision.
All right.
Far too useful.
I see them shooting over there at things. I see Rod and Wade, and Rod and Yudah in there flashing a light around that I can barely see anything from. So Wade's going to come back out here, just full size, and see the creature, see the ghosty thing. Yeah, kind of like that. And he'll think to himself, and he'll look around, be like, I guess I'll have to do this. And he's going to spend another spell slot to try a mind thrust.
Mind bullets.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
It gets a will save for half of 11.
We'll save for half of 11. Okay. That
Yes.
against what DC?
The DC is 14.
And he ends up actually getting a 15. So for half of that is 5.
The Wade just kind of reaches out, puts out his hands, and it's like just like one of those quick flashes. But I guess only the creature would see it mentally as it snaps in.
Okay. There we go. So you
A
watch
flash
as
of-
the
a flash of the Mothman prophecy poster or something like that.
okay, fair enough. And yeah, so you watch as that does. You feel that connection is made, and it does take damage. Yudah.
It take full damage, right? So,
Here's
or at
Yudah.
least it will saves out, but I understand that it's taking.
Yeah, you understand that it's
appropriate
taking
amount of damage.
Yeah.
So Wade will relay that magic seems to work good,
Got any spare?
or psychic.
Yeah, I don't believe in magic. I am magic.
Yudah, you start flying into darkness, hit against the back wall.
Ouch.
With the athletics check that you made last time, that does cause you to become off kilter, if I remember correctly, right?
So now I'm just spinning head over heels again, just away from the wall I biffed into.
For 0G, man, I tell you,
it's-
jump jets for 0G
it's
encounters,
amazing.
I swear.
It really is. Waltz of the flowers.
So you haven't technically spent a movement as of this turn, because you just continue the movement from last turn. So if you want to use a movement to right yourself, you can do so. Though you are in pitch black, so I don't know if you know where up or down is.
Yeah, no, he can feel, I guess he can't feel the spinning. So he's just, can I see the glint of your flashlight?
You can see the light out that way, actually. So yeah, actually, I would say that if you use that as your point of reference, you might be able to right yourself.
The question becomes, how good of a point of reference is a flashlight in the dark, really, when you're trying to figure out where the floor is? I think he's just gonna go with it for. Okay, sure. I'll try to use movement, I suppose, to right myself.
Well, you just basically spend your movement to do that as part of your action.
Oh,
So that would
okay.
counteract that using the flashlight being shone into the hallway.
Sure. I'll try to find the
However,
floor.
all you've got, as of right now, you have your action. So if you want to say push out towards that, you can do so. However, you're pretty much stuck with what you got right now.
I can kick back to where I can just fly back down the tunnel and hopefully biff into a ghost. No, thank you. I'm gonna stay here and just take a deep breath for a minute. Because
All right.
Well, you could probably see Wade. I guess you could try and aim for Wade. Just zoom.
just leap, like kick off the wall again and try to fly back to Wade.
Yeah, as your dash action or whatever.
Okay, sure. For the purposes of group synergy, I will kick back
Okay.
towards Wade. This doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. We've got a ghost to kill.
6. So you end up going this way, and you keep floating.
Just head first, human bullet. I actually got a spin going, like a
All right.
football.
Sophia, you're up. I need you to roll a D100.
All right. That's 91.
Attack nearest creature.
Yep.
Who's nearest? I think
Attack
that's gone.
Yep. Because it's a diagonal to the.
That's a 50-50 right there.
I
I
think we
don't
should
know.
put it to a vote, and I vote gone.
I would say
Technically, it would
roll a
be gone.
percentile and see which
Yeah,
one.
roll percentile on that, and we'll see.
Okay.
Above 50 is Gon-sol. Below 50 is gone.
79.
So Gon-sol.
All right.
With the goblin on the front that she was so apt to try and keep alive.
No, we didn't mention the goblin.
Technically, isn't the goblin closer if it's on the front of Gon-sol? Which way is Gon-sol facing right now?
Towards the Drift Dead.
Okay, so I'd be getting just the corner of it if I'm doing the
The
nearest
side.
creature. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That is a 13 to hit KAC. Or EAC.
Yeah, that's your laser pistol, right?
Yeah.
And this will trigger Wade saying, "Don't shoot her. She has been affected by the Drift Dead. She is just confused."
Hell of bullshit.
So does that hit?
Unless the goblin is taking the hit, then yeah, we're giving AC bonus.
Goblin gives soft cover, but it hits the
Okay.
goblin.
That's a D4. Caltrop. 2 damage.
Okay, so 1 damage.
Okay.
All right, gone.
Oh yeah, Tchaikovsky.
He's really killing me, man.
Well, he's gonna overcharge and try and shoot the ghost. 22
Yep, that will hit.
for 9.
You overcharge, you fire off, and you do watch as it takes it does enter into the body, and you watch as it fizzles there. But again, it feels as though it's not taking as much damage as you've expected it to.
And I mean, Gon-sol can't hurt it, so it's just gonna
Okay.
like full defense or something like that,
Okay.
in case
All right.
someone decides to shoot him again.
So you watch as this thing flies through the air at Sophia,
God
and
dang
is
it,
going to take an attack against her
going the wrong way.
for a 28 to hit. EAC.
What? I just got my headphones on.
Yeah, you're getting attacked by this thing. It flew right up into your face. It's taking a huge
boy.
swipe at you with its claws for 28 against your EAC.
28. Yeah, that hits.
I hope you're ready to football me at that thing, Wade.
So that
I
is
probably could do that.
9 damage.
Ouch. That hurts. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that hurts Technomancer a lot.
Yeah.
That's all your stamina almost, and yeah.
Not quite all of it, but a huge chunk of it. Thankfully, I was at full.
Rod.
Well, I was really hoping it was going to come back through the wall this way, and I was going to club it, but that didn't happen.
Let's hope Yudah doesn't get as dizzy as I do.
Well, you only get dizzy when you have the fluid in your ear move around, so you might not get dizzy.
It's true.
Okay, because I'm dizzy.
You may get psychosomatically dizzy or motion sick with your mind perceiving it.
It's okay. He has his eyes squeezed tight shut. He's just flying down this tunnel.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my turn. Nothing I can really do here.
Okay.
You can open a water bottle and spin in a circle with it.
Wade.
Wade. Okay. I guess Wade will wait where he is. He's only got one spell left. Fatigue isn't going to do anything on this undead creature. So, guess he'll just shoot at it with his laser. He'll kind of step
Okay.
right here to get a corner that's not covered by Gon so that he can get it. And, oh, I can do a stealth check to improve my damage.
Yes, you can.
So, let me do that. Stealth 29.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Yeah. So I get to add. Oh, that's the wrong thing I just rolled. Disregard. That's touch fatigue. This is the attack to hit it. I don't even hit it anyway. I know.
No, you fire it off and you watch as it just zooms by and hits into the wall beside Sophia.
Fiddlesticks. Okay.
Yudah. 1, 2. So you run right into Wade, and you just like, Wade, you feel this thing poof into the back of you.
Hey, buddy.
So I need
Hello.
Yudah, I need you to roll athletics. Or
Athletics?
acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever
Either
you
or.
prefer.
I actually think I tend to use acrobatics, but I think I'm actually better with athletics. There's no, modified 20.
There you go. So you're able to keep yourself upright after you implant yourself.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I think I could make it to that dude to sword him if I were to say climb along my friends. 2, 3, 4.
You know what? I will say roll an an athletics check, and if depending on the result, I will allow it.
Modified 19.
I will allow it. You just watch as Yudah forearm climbs like spider, like
Oh,
skitters across you guys.
Sorry. And then like one final like bottom left hand on Gon's forehead, and he just pushes off towards the ghost. And great.
Okay.
I will sword at it.
So yeah, you just make whatever attack you'd like to make.
Modified 17, and that's with my photon sword.
Is that kinetic?
Yeah.
I think it
It's
still is.
energy.
Yeah. I think it is
hard.
kinetic.
It's hard light.
Yeah.
Okay, and it does not count as a magical weapon if I remember correctly. Correct?
No, I think only my revelations do. But I don't want a supernova because that'll get everybody.
You watch as the sword passes through the ghost.
I forgot it was a ghost.
Well, the incorporeal being.
I told you,
does
energy
actually-
weapons only.
It does absolutely nothing.
I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
Sophia.
Things that glow, usually.
This is glowing.
No, it's not.
No
It's just,
longer
It's hard light. It's
confused.
Light in and of itself is glow.
Because all that glitters is sun.
Sun glitter. That's why I can't get rid of it. My camera's migrating.
Apparently. Okay, Sophia, you are no longer confused. What would you like to do?
All right. She only has one spell slot left. How damaged is this thing looking?
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
It's technically already dead, so I mean, it can't
Yeah.
look that
Fair
much
enough.
It's
worse.
incorporeal, so you can't really tell what's going on.
Okay. Is it still possible to 5 foot in 0G?
no.
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 So basically, if I move, I'm taking an AOO.
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, right now you're
If
looking
it
at
AOO'd,
you're looking at an attack of opportunity, like regardless of what you do, unless you do a melee attack, which I don't think you want to.
Yeah,
Well-
may as well cast a spell or something.
All my weapons count as magic, so that might have an effect here.
Might.
I do have a melee weapon I can pull out. So is it possible to do that without provoking? To
Sorry,
drop
pull out
Yep.
pull
drop
out
my
which?
pistol and pull out a tactical knife?
You can do
What's
that.
your BAB?
Should be a +1.
1+1, yeah.
I think that qualifies for drawing without using your move action without causing an AOO, does it not?
Drawing a weapon doesn't cause an AOO.
Okay, so you're fine. Yeah, you can do that.
It doesn't do that in Pathfinder either. It's only when you when you
Okay.
weapon in Pathfinder.
Okay, and what were you saying about operative weapons adding damage on dex?
That's only if you're an operative.
That's
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Only with
It's only
success.
if you're an operative, and it's fuzzy too. They don't really.
Yeah.
One part says that some add dex, and one part says
I
they
thought the
don't.
ruling was
and
that
it's
you
kinda,
use dex as the damage ability, or the dex is the attack ability for being an operative weapon.
You hit
Yeah,
better.
use-
You do
Yeah.
hit better,
Gotcha.
but as far as adding dex to damage,
Gotcha.
that's what
Well-
I'm fuzzy on.
Here goes. Attack with the survival knife. The magic survival knife, I guess.
Make your attack roll.
That's an 11.
You go to swing and it does not connect.
Dang.
Gone.
Pew pew.
All right,
15.
that'll hit.
6 points.
Okay, so it takes the damage. Okay, fire into it. It's going to, it's going to take a strike at Yudah, and it nat 1, so it fails that. It is going to
Nice.
back into the wall.
Does that provoke from me or no? If it's backing into
Yeah,
the wall.
it would provoke an attack of opportunity as it backs into the wall from both you and Yudah.
All right. Let's see if I can't
Come on,
hit this thing
AOO
for once.
max damage.
Not bad. Modified 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. Roll your damage.
All right. See what kind of damage I can do to this thing. It's the D4. Oh well. That's a 3 damage.
You watch as it but you feel it bite in to a certain extent, but it does not take the same amount of damage that you would normally assume it to do.
Okay, so the magic helps, but doesn't fix it.
Yay, Starfinder.
Yep.
Rod, how you doing, buddy?
Well, does Yudah get his attack?
Yudah can make his attack if you'd like, yeah.
It doesn't do anything though.
Oh, right. I forgot.
I'm not going to take that away from you if you'd like to make your attack roll there, Yudah.
I can do. Wait, is that an attack roll for me? Like of opportunity?
Yeah, if you'd like.
I didn't know you could do that to a ghost.
No, it's
actually,
moving
no.
out of a certain square.
There's nothing I can do unless I want a supernova, which means that you all could take 2d6 fire damage. So maybe let's just not.
And say we didn't.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
All
I
right.
might just kick off back towards Rod.
Yeah, like I've got a projectile weapon in one hand and a melee weapon in the other hand, and the most I can do is move in a straight line until I hit a wall. So I'm kind of SOL here.
It's all right. I'll float back
Yeah.
over there, and then you and I can play Space Parcheesi.
Unless I want to throw an incendiary grenade into the adjoining room.
Well, you already think that most everybody in there wants you dead anyway.
I'd be well within my rights.
The
Okay,
space
roll
ghost is gone.
athletics.
Might be coming
Hey.
for you.
Wade apologized.
I'm gonna jump back into the hallway.
Just roll athletics for me, please.
Yeah, 19 with the boots, so no.
And you are off kilter for a round.
And I can't see anything from here, so there's no point in making an attack roll that wouldn't hit anything anyways. So that's my turn.
Wade,
So it's not here that I can see it anyway.
it floated back into the wall as far as you can tell.
So Wade can come up to right about here. And I guess he's going to watch for it. And if he sees it, seems the most damaging thing we've done so far has been his Mind Blast. So that will be his last first level spell slot for today, which means all the rest of the healing is going to take 10 minutes or come from from his resolve. But I guess that's what we're going to have to do. So he's going to ready his action to attack the thing with a mind thrust if it comes back out.
Okay. Yudah?
Yudah is just painfully attuned right now. Like he looks like Dr. Manhattan, but he can't do anything without seriously harming you all.
If
And so,
if he looks like Dr. Manhattan, does that mean he's blue balling right now? I mean,
Well-
he's blue balled for attacks right now.
He's
Yeah, he
definitely
is.
blue balled for attacks right now.
yeah. And so instead of supernovaing, which I really want to do, I will roll yet another athletics, and I got a modified 5 to climb back over these guys. So I assume I'm just spinning in the air again.
I would say that you try to climb up Gon, and basically it does not work the way that you think. You just start sort of spinning in place.
Gon just kicked him away. No, Gon.
Just touch me. I'm just
And
spinning
you
in-
are 4 rounds. All right.
Don't touch me.
Get this down, Sophia.
All right. Would it be possible to move carefully doing a full round action here, or would I still have to make a check?
Given the circumstances, it would depend on what you're trying to do.
Literally just get from this wall where I am right now to this corner right here.
The only way to do that would be to push yourself off towards it.
It will still be 2 move actions to. I mean, even if you fail, it would be a move action to get back on normal kilter. So it would
Yeah.
be 2 move actions, worst case anyway. So
Okay, so I can gotcha. So she will go over to attempt to go over to that wall, doing a quick draw with her pistol, her other pistol.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, yeah, because the other one's still floating in the air. Okay, that is an 8 without the +4.
Yeah, so you are off kilter, and you can spend a move point to right yourself should you want to do so.
Or
Yeah,
you can grab Yudah and we can just spin together.
no, she will correct herself.
Lame.
Okay, gone.
Gon will holster his solid projectile pistol and just ready the other one to fire whenever the space ghost comes out.
Okay, all
That's
right.
clever.
So that brings it to Ghost's turn. So you watch as it does enter out into the hallway here. So if you'd like to make your shot, you can. Gone.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's gonna move further out, but yeah,
Well, you don't know. You can take your chances here if you'd like, or you can wait to see what happens.
I hit the wall.
Yeah, so you do fire off, and it just sort of ends up hitting the wall there. Okay, so it's going to pop out right there. So if you'd like to, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So blast, 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 blast. People blast and blast, I guess.
Okay,
Don't do that.
so
Why?
wait,
What's the
you
worst
said
thing
you were
it's gonna
holding.
do an AOO? Yeah.
Yep.
I was holding to destroy it
Sure.
or to blast it.
So it's a will save, right?
We'll say for half of
Oh,
2. For half of 2. That was my last spell slot.
That was
That's
rock
my
roll.
last.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a rod roll. I got rod roll.
Snake eyes. Snake
So-
eyes.
Okay, you watch and it flashes in and does damage, and does get an AOO on you. So that's going to
AAC
be
going
a
after?
We should run.
27 against EAC. As an
Well, that won't
incorporeal,
matter. This gonna hit.
incorporeal only ever attack EAC.
I can bum rush it again. But again, there's people in the way. This is a very congested place.
So
Wait, you're
that,
too big.
I don't think it mattered what size I was. This thing's pretty congested anyway.
5 damage,
5. Okay.
Yudah have
and it's
laser pistols. He should be able to do something.
and it
Puts
is
Laser pistol.
Mariko's turn, and is actually going to again try to attack you. Wade, because she's right there, and that's a 28 to hit EAC because incorporeal.
Okay. Healer's gonna go down if you
For
roll
another
high.
Another 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, our tank is terrible.
Rod.
Yes.
no, your tank is great at his job. Unfortunately, his support keeps fucking shooting him.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
the tank,
he
the tank is
shot
out.
first.
He doesn't defend.
So
his-
you are no longer off kilter. So
I'm gonna move and try to hit him with a hammer.
okay. So athletics roll.
Yep.
Or acrobatics, whichever.
Oh, it's definitely not gonna be acrobatics. 19 again.
So
I'm no longer rolling complete trash. I am, however, constantly 1 shy, which is just as bad, if not worse.
so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
actually
of course.
pass through the incorporeal being and into Wade
Gross.
and are
And then back through the incorporeal being. So he's
here,
like where he was.
here, and you are off kilter for a round.
All right.
I'm sorry, Wade. Oh,
We're all
you
sorry.
held,
I don't like it.
you held your action, right? So you went before Yudah. You are up.
Do I not get to
Uh,
attack
so-
if I'm off kilter?
Oh wait, yes, you do. You're at a -2 to it though.
Oh, fuck it, never mind.
You clang into metal wall. You feel that vibration of the metal wall and the hammer connecting.
So
Man, we're all gonna die to this thing just from not being
It's-
able to hit it with anything.
it's hard to say as to whether or not something is a stupid question when you're working with within the realm of a fantasy world. But is it dumb not to know? Wait, let me rephrase this. Do laser pistols hurt ghosts?
Yes, that's what Gon has been trying to tell you for
Oh,
a
great.
long time now.
Okay, upside down James Bond laser pistol shot at it.
As you're spinning and okay, make
Maybe.
your attack roll.
All right, great. Modified 19.
-4 for soft, plus -2, so that's a 13 to hit the EAC.
You bet.
Okay, which
I'm spinning and pewing.
just hits.
Yes.
Roll your damage.
How much is that dirty little laser pistol worth?
1d4.
1d4. Nice. Big money, no whammies, man. 2. Middle ground.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Fires off. It does hit it in the foot, but it barely scratches it.
Pew! He actually says that.
Sophia.
She is seeing that we're in pretty deep trouble with this thing. She is going to punch something into Theo and use one last bit of magic that she can to cast a magic missile at it. Full round.
Yes, finally. This will do full damage. Legitimate damage. Roll good, Colin.
Here we
Roll
go.
good. This
Don't
this
get
may
rod
decide
rolled.
whether we survive.
2.
Yeah, don't get rod rolled.
3 and 3. So 8.
Okay. Well, I didn't actually need you to roll. I just needed somebody to actually land a hit. It had 2 hit points left. So
Well,
You-
for
you do.
crying out loud! Last spell
And-
slots, man. If that mind blast had done more than 2 total damage, we would have.
Like, 'cause-
You would have still had a spell slot left.
all right. So yeah, you watch as this thing basically disappears.
Color me
Existence.
impressed.
Disappears from existence. It's gone. It is no longer there.
Finally, this was so tedious. I was like, come on, go
That is
away.
the- That is the least satisfying thing we have killed so far.
Sophia's going to ask
Yeah.
if anybody has spare batteries, preferably one that's fully charged.
Yes. I have one.
Wade just goes around riding everybody.
Okay.
Sophia
how
can
much longer
use
did you
that
guys-
battery to cast one last spell should she need to.
Okay.
Rod, may I have that battery? It will allow me to use. It will allow Sophie to use one last spell should we encounter any more corporeal being.
Let me answer your question with another question. Did you shoot me in the chest?
No, the back, in
Do
fact.
you remember
Very
shooting
simple question,
Gon-sol at
and
all?
your hesitation makes me real apprehensive.
No, I'm asking if she remembers shooting Gon-sol. It's not okay. Whatever.
No, she doesn't remember shooting Gon-sol.
Oh, you shot
No.
me. So, like, I feel like you can't call for offenses when you're the first one to shoot anyone, and it was me, who's the least complainy person of all the people who've been shot in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but Rod doesn't remember shooting you.
No one remembers shooting anyone, but everyone shot everyone. That's adventure. Come on, we got
Gon
treasure
will
to
just-
find in this dumb rock.
Gon will just evade this conversation and just push forward.
Oh no, I know you shot me in the chest. I'm well aware.
Okay. So
Don't act
you
like I don't
make your
know,
way
but I'm
forward.
talking to Sophia.
No, Sophia
Um,
did not shoot you.
All right, here's a battery.
So you make your way into this thing, and
Alright.
you see. Bear with me 1 second here. Yeah. So you see this chamber very similar to the last one. You take a look up there, and that's the one that I've read initially, where after 50 feet you watch as it collapses. However, it's parallel to the last thing that went north, where it went straight out into space.
And there doesn't seem to be anything in the rubble.
No, not that you see.
Might be another mine shaft.
So, south.
Yeah, let the rat
You
go
have
first.
flashlight or dark vision?
I have dancing lights and dark vision.
Well,
I have
I
a flashlight.
was talking to Gon though,
Oh.
because he's going ahead, so he's probably must
Okay.
have dark vision.
Gon, as you walk towards the entryway of this, you see that it connects to a passageway that seems to lead to the previous cavern you saw before, and there's an an incongruous door, more akin to what one would expect to find on a space station in the southern wall. In the middle of the room, though, you do see two bodies of humanoids.
Do we still
And-
hear that beeping, or is that gone now?
What you see gone on the floor is you recognize one of the humanoids from the Acrian logs.
Oh.
And you recognize this person as the captain of the Acrian.
I have identified captain of ship.
Yep.
Sending scouting drone ahead.
That's good. Wasn't that one of our missions? Was to find this dead guy?
So as you send this
True,
thing,
but there may still be someone still alive here.
He will push
are
Gon-sol
you
to the bodies.
pushing it to the ground of the bodies, or just across the bodies, or to the ceiling?
Into the bodies.
Okay. As you do that, you watch as the one closest to you springs up
Sophia
and
will
tries to
grab her
grab onto
pistol.
it.
We'll grab her laser pistol again.
It grabs onto it and attempts to grab. So just bear with me one sec. And completely misses as it sails over. Just bear with me one second here as I figure out the angle. Okay. And Gon-sol continues to sort of drift in this direction here until it goes towards the wall. All right.
Yeah, and he's all
Discombobulated. Jump jets. When do you? Where are they when you need them?
Did you say one of those dead bodies just got up
Behind
and
the
tried to
level wall.
grab it then?
They're locked behind a paywall.
Yeah.
There were
jump
Starfinder.
jets?
I'm starting to think Starfinder is level 2 win.
Remember, I told you earlier that they've just put pay to win in a tabletop game.
We should have grinded more boars
Yeah.
before coming here.
Yeah.
No,
I'm probably going to
jump
get rid of
jets
that.
are level 2. You had
Yeah,
access.
but
to
we're
them. They
level
were
2
just
here. We're level 2
you had
here.
access.
You
You had
level
access to
2
level 2
there.
items on the station.
Oh,
We didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We poor.
1,000 credits each. Yeah,
I'm
that
actually
makes
8
sense.
credits down from my giant suit of armor I want.
I'm in huge.
Okay.
debt.
So, did you guys want to use? You know what? I'll get you guys to re-roll initiative then
Sure.
for this,
I guess
guys.
too late to reinstate that I would be ready to shoot anybody that would move. But yeah,
Terrible display.
I will allow that you can do that if you'd like on this, and then we'll get into combat.
I would very much like that.
Oh,
Are we re-rolling initiative again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Rolling
got a crit.
gradually worse each time we roll initiative.
Gradually better. Not that it matters.
Oh, nice. Crit damage.
that's 13 points.
Pew!
Plus 1d4 for burn.
I suppose.
Well, burn wouldn't work in
So 15.
vacuum.
I don't know if it would burn like one turn and then go out or something.
It likely would burn one turn and then go up because the oxygen wouldn't,
Right, so
allow
15
it to
points
continue.
total.
2, 4. Yeah, okay. So 15 points in total. Okay.
Yep.
So you watch, and basically it is now charred, and it seems to have a hard time moving, but it is still ambling. Gone. You are back up.
The bodies wouldn't stay still. Initiating combat protocol. Come if you want to. Otherwise, just be like Rod and do nothing. Okay.
All I'm hearing is permission to not do anything.
You never have to ask for permission to do nothing. It's okay. He'll give Gon-sol his move action so he can be more useful.
Okay, so you're going to write him.
He's gonna write himself up. He's gonna. Which one did I shoot? Was it this one that I shot first?
The one closest to you. It was been the first to move.
I figure. He'll charge. Charge shot it. That's a 12 to hit, but it should be, well, maybe not.
12 to hit EAC.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll hit.
Cool. That's 9.
9 damage. Okay. So, and that takes that one out.
And Gon-sol is gonna fire at the one closest.
Okay.
It hasn't acted, so it shouldn't be able to.
No, it doesn't get an AO.
Oof, that's a crit. 18 points.
Damn. Okay, yeah, you watch as it fires it and just watch as this thing takes a chunk out of the side of this thing. It's still standing. It's kind of slumped over and trying to claw at Gon-sol, but it's hurt.
Situation in good control.
Rod,
Again,
give up.
you can come if you want. Otherwise, just gonna.
No, you seem to have this pretty much wrapped up.
Yes, I like to be effective and useful.
Well, that makes one of us.
Right.
That's my turn. That's my whole turn.
Wade, you're up.
I am glad to hear everything is under control. So, Sophia, I made sure no one shot you when you were confused. And he just starts making small talk with Sophia.
Sophia.
Well, Sophia's gonna respond. She'll thank Wade, and then she will go wait for Yudah to get out of the way so she can see what's happening.
Okay, Yudah.
That is Yudah, and Yudah is going to go 1, kick there. He's gonna go 2, kick his way off there, and then I'm going to can I go 3, 4? So if I go 3 here and then kick off here.
If you're going through the hallways and not rolling, you have to go half speed.
Okay. Can I roll for full speed? Because I'm a gung-ho Kasatha hero.
Well, you might run into Rod, but sure.
I'm okay with running into Rod.
No, Rod's sitting down. He's taking a break.
You're just sort of floating in space in like
5.
meditation. Okay, yeah, your first jump, you run into the wall and you're disoriented. So you're right there, and you're just you're spinning.
Spinning again.
He was like, hey y'all, watch this. And he tries to do his bullet jump again down a bent hallway.
Look at this, guys. I'm just
All right, Sophia.
spinning in
do you
spot.
Yeah, she'll jump in and she will take her time, unlike Yudah, and get to about there.
Okay. So the void zombie looks over and sees actual flesh and is going to jump at Gon.
Yes, but it's behind like fabric. It's well contained.
It makes its acrobatics, I think it is. Athletics. Yeah, it makes its athletics. So it's going to take you just watch as this tendril sticks out of its mouth and tries to stick you. 16 against your KAC.
That's
I reaction for bodyguard.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
Wow.
Okay. And that just adds 2 to his
Yeah, adds
KAC.
2 to his AC and knocks 2 off mine.
So you're
Okay.
just sitting there and just pulls him down like an inch.
That's not a bad call. I will say that.
Yeah,
so
I know
just
you,
watch and
you nasty man.
dropped it down, and tongue goes right over top of this little rat head. Gone. What are you gonna do?
He'll direct Gon-sol to fire first.
So make the attack.
The only reason I keep doing this is because I know it must be incredibly embarrassing for Gon to be saved by Rod.
And you watch as the bullet enters into the wall and just see the shattering of more rock.
Better hope we don't get hit with those ricochets.
Nah, it's fine. He's
Zero
gonna,
G, they're just gonna continue to go.
he's gonna kick off Rod and start floating out into the room. And it's gonna provoke an attack. So
Well, you actually, because he's blocking the way basically. Like he's trying to run into you, but he hit the wall. Like he's hit the wall beside there.
I'll tumble through him.
Okay. Make your acrobatics first for tumble.
That's a 19.
And that's versus his CMB or CMD rather.
No, it's just something
It's
something.
10 plus
the op-
something plus something.
Oh yeah, so that'll likely do it. Yeah, okay.
So he'll drift like this away.
Okay. So he can go 1,
And
2,
mid air, he'll turn and
fire.
charge shot into his back.
Okay.
24,
Yep, that hits.
4 points.
And another one bites the dust. As you turn around, you fire into the back, and you watch as the laser hits, and it slumps and just sort of starts floating.
And he blows his gun, even though there's like a visor in the way.
And as he continues on and hits the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Oh,
I thought you were like a skill class or something.
what? No. All
Not
right.
when you can overcharge a weapon.
Situation under control. All is good. You can come out. It's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna kick this body out of the way.
And he dives for the loot.
It's a little space pack rat.
Which is really in this room nothing.
I'll check.
Well, actually, bear with me one sec. That's inaccurate. One of the void zombies is carrying a cred stick with 470 credits.
Well, there you go.
Was one of those zombies the captain then?
Yep. In
Are we
addition, an
back?
azimuth
Natural.
laser rifle
Ooh.
and a needler pistol that also float in this chamber.
Nice.
No ammunition for either.
Oh, was there ammunition for that
Are
flare
we,
gun we found?
Are we out of combat?
The witch?
The flare gun?
Yes.
No.
You
There was
are
no
out of
flare gun ammo, and yeah, you're out of
Yudah,
combat.
Yudah gets his shit together.
All right.
Wade straightens him up again.
Smooths
So-
out my armor.
To the south, you do see a door.
Does it seem to be locked? He'll approach it.
Okay. Make a perception check.
16.
No?
All right. We got door. Why
So it's
don't?
not locked?
No, there's no evidence of a lock. Is it powered?
Appears to be.
He'll
It appears to
step
have
the
power.
side. He'll step to the side and reach out his arm to open it and pulls it back.
And Rod throws a grenade in.
He's throwing a
Just
grenade.
because-
I mean, is there anything in there?
You see what you see.
Nothing but smithereens now.
So,
Oh, I'm so
in-
glad you came to rescue.
Worth it. Yeah, they were burned to a crisp. We don't know what happened.
Do we start hearing
So
that
you,
signal
you
again?
do see what you see. Basically, what you see is more akin to what you would find on a space station than on an asteroid, and is actual metal room, metal plating and metal walls, floors, and it's a very dim lighting coming off of floor lights and whatnot.
Do we still hear that beeping, or is that long gone?
You haven't heard that in a little while.
So I guess we can use our magnet boot things to walk properly now.
So what ends up happening though is as soon as you enter into this, bear with me 1 second here as I double check. But
Suddenly, space goes.
guys, if so, just stop there for a second. There, Gon, and everybody. Just want to verify the. As soon as you've passed through, how are you floating through into the hallway?
I mean, because of the metal floor, I guess we can just use magnets to walk.
Is that how you were preparing to come in, or?
That's the idea.
Okay. Well, as soon as you do that, I need you to roll an acrobatics, please.
I can do that.
Acrobatics.
You fall and tumble forward as normal gravity resumes.
Is that as soon as we get through this doorway?
Yeah. So, Rod, if you followed that closely behind, I also need you to roll an acrobatics, please.
Can I do athletics?
No.
Of course, 12.
Yeah, you succeed. You don't fall flat face first, but you tumble and roll yourself to your feet as normal gravity resumes.
Oh! How nice! How come in, everybody? But be careful. It's gravity.
You know, be careful of that first step.
Yeah, it's a doozy.
Wade looks kind of disappointed as he's going to have to put his wings up now. Not to mention
Alright,
crawl
what
into
is
a
it?
tiny
What is the-
space.
What does the drone say?
Gun is actually gonna stealth ahead,
Okay, roll stealth.
so he'll go in this way.
Okay, you're going into that area there. So with a 20 stealth. So there are various lights and controls and machinery in this room. And it provides a dim light. This chamber seems to be torn between two worlds, as its southeastern half is unfurnished rock wall, while the northeastern portion of the room is still finished with the same sort of ceramic metal plating found throughout this area.
Are there any computer consoles or anything?
Yep,
of
there
that
are.
what this is?
That's what those are there. There appears to be some computer consoles throughout the room.
Just gonna scout out the room. All right, looks clear, but we have some computers to take a look at. So you can come in, computer. We can look at your friends.
Not even a real
So-
person.
Sophia
No.
will sort of squeeze her way forward, hearing that there's computers to look at.
All right.
So Gon will try and access the computer.
She will be moving carefully, trying to make sure nothing's going on. She's approaching because who knows, maybe Gon missed something.
Roth's gonna go
You
down the
didn't
other
want her stuck
hallway
in the
with
dark.
a hammer in one hand and a chunk of high explosive in the other, like some sort of insane arsonist. Oh man, that breathing on that Sirenscape track is very unsettling.
Yeah,
I like it,
You can
don't you?
imagine the dark hallway. All you got's a flashlight for light. As it fogs up on the inside of your helmet.
Sophie, I guess,
Speaking
will
of-
also take a look at the other computer, which is right here.
Here, I'll squeeze you down again, Wade. Okay.
Okay.
If you're going to try to access the computer,
Wade,
before
Wade would like to take a deep breath because he hasn't been wearing his suit because he doesn't have to for a little while, or at least the air part of it.
okay,
Can he
just to
breathe in
verify,
here?
let me just quickly double check that. As far as I'm aware, you are still
In vacuum.
without atmosphere, but let me double check.
I mean, there was no airlock, so
Yeah, no, there's no discernible error.
Okay.
So you'd have to use your spacesuit to gain atmosphere.
Just check it.
So Sophia, if you're going to try to access the console, you can attempt to do so with the computer check.
Gon already rolled
Oh.
for the other one, it looks like.
Don rolled it. Okay. So you're trying. Basically, what it is there is a computer console. You have to hack into this to get it to work. So are you guys working independently or together?
She'll
Yeah,
she'll help him out if Gon's not opposed.
no, you can come and assist me with your stuff.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a moment here.
Okay.
That's good because I just rolled. I only got an 11 on this one, so
Okay. For assist, I don't know if that succeeds.
It's a decent 10.
Okay, so yeah, you do. So you add 2. Okay. So you do succeed in accessing the console. You gain access to the system. But what you see in front of you is extremely weird. The code that appears on the screen is almost Matrix-like. Very hard to describe as it is an alien language you are not familiar with.
Oh, Sophie has a spell for this.
Hey, I
Sophie
thought
has
you only had one spell slot left.
I only have one spell slot. I have a spell chip with comprehend languages on it in Theo.
Oh, okay.
And I can only use that once, and it's only that one spell, so no good for combat.
All right,
And
well,
is that a door here?
yes, there is a door on the north end there.
Okay.
Rod, there's a door here.
So
As you say that.
prior to that, and before Rod turns the corner, and what you see in front of you is a very odd looking thing. It looks robotic, but you have never seen its build or its type before in your life.
Gon, how much do you know about robots?
I built 5
As
of them, so plenty.
as you do that, it's been patrolling up and down the corridor, and as you turn the light and shine it up, it spins around and prepares to attack. Roll initiative.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
You say as Wade
We
is
are
right
back.
behind you, trying squished in here, moving half speed.
Back up.
Hey, he was following behind you because he was like, he was feeling sorry about shooting you when you were confused. He was going to be here in case you needed health and healing.
Look what that did for him.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get shot more. Every time you feel sorry for me, some bad shit happens.
It's pity karma.
That seems backwards. You know, Rod's perseverant. If this adventure has been any indication, Rod's life has just been a tumultuous series of failures. But he's gotten this far. And I think that goes to show how stubborn Rod is, and that's admirable. And that's the
He's brilliant at preparation, but execution eludes him. Nevertheless, he's stripping. Good things come to those who
It's nothing
persevere.
but connected.
He's just too stupid to realize that he should just stop.
No, he's like a
All right,
long,
everybody in?
yeah, waiting to blossom into an awesome butterfly.
Okay, so
Sorry, Wade.
gone.
What did you do, Rod?
there appears to be some sort of security drone in this hallway.
All right, wave your security card then.
Is that a euphemism for gun?
No, it's not. Move there. Why do we always have to fight in like tight corners and?
It's dungeoneering,
Talk
baby.
to the adventure path.
Wade is always in the way. So, he'll ready an action, and same with Gon-sol to shoot at the robot as soon as it's within sight.
Okay, sure. Sophia.
Okay. Sophia, thinking that this security system or the computer system might be able to disable the robot computer console and use to cast comprehend languages.
Okay. So you learned that the equipment in this room was designed to operate minor subsystems of a larger structure or device, though it doesn't appear that the control room is connected any longer to that structure. The exact nature of the missing structure remains, you have no idea what it was. Though you get a lot of references in the systems to things like backup power transmission, maneuvering thrusters, auxiliary fire control, and things along those lines. In addition, what you find out is it reveals that these systems and the control room itself are incredibly ancient, but bear much more study that the 6 seconds allotted to you would allow for.
So if I were to be able to disable it, it would take longer. Or is that not even an option on the menu?
Not that you see initially, no.
Okay. Well, that's her turn. That's a standard action, so that's all I got.
Wade.
Please lure the robot here, and I will disable it. Okay? Good.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Wade will be like, Wade will be like, oh, I will get out of the way again. And he will kind of 5, 10, 15 try to get out of the way to go up into this area. But it's 5-foot corridors. So, he moves half speed.
You could double move.
Oh, I could double move because I'm not doing anything.
We could find you
5,
a
10.
potion of shrinkage.
So that's what I got. I got low light vision, no dark vision. I guess I'm going to have to get some dark vision goggles or something.
All right. Or the eye implants. Yudah.
He hears a commotion by way of his, stumbly friends, and he's going to charge back in the direction they were coming from. He had indeed fallen behind, but it appears to
out of the way. You're in the way.
I'm in the way? How am I in the way?
I'm just gonna leave you now.
Okay. So you're double moving for...
Yeah, I guess that'll be me. I'm just going to charge down and careen into the wall because I was running in the dark.
Well, low light.
Well, fair. Well, he's wearing shades.
Rod.
I was going to guarded step back in behind this corner, but I'm not going to leave Yudah to get shot to shit.
Oh, does it have a gun?
Yeah, you bet it does, buddy.
Did I just run into a machine gun fire?
You definitely did. You ran right up into this pillbox's face.
I'm drawing its cover.
I
Wow.
feel like I should start rolling my own damn dice. And melee. Maybe? Should I have just shot it? I'm just gonna hit it. Is it 20 to hit?
That will hit.
Or,
So you come in swinging the hammer, bash it into the shoulder pad of this thing.
for 9 damage.
Nice. Okay. You come in, you score 9 damage worth of damage against this thing. It appears to have been a solid hit. You watch as it's slightly dense in the armor. He looks at you, raises a hand, comes down to slam you in the head with it.
Oh no! I wanted to describe the drone to Gon, but
Okay, if you want to describe it as you're sort of looking at this thing,
red, big central eye, kind of looks like it's got a plate for a head. It's definitely a walker style drone.
How'd you figure that?
Well, because it's got legs and it walks. You ass.
That is very perceptive of you.
yeah, no, it's mounted on 4 legs. It's got 2 sidearms and a central chassis. Basically, it looks like a giant upright ant.
It's big and it's red and it's pissed.
So yes, it attacks you to 25 against your KAC
Yep.
for 10 damage.
How much?
10.
Are you fucking shitting?
Well,
No.
you were going to jump back into cover.
I have 2 hit points.
Okay.
Gone.
It would have been great if you could just, I don't know, do as I say and draw it to me, but no,
If it actually
no.
was a machine gun, he does make a pretty good point about the running back towards him.
You're up, Gone.
To be fair, Gon's got to get a hold of it.
I'm
to
here just to
disable
save your life,
anything.
buddy, so good news for you.
He'll give his his move action to Gon-sol. I can't see what if he can shoot anything, but
Yeah,
he can.
he'll be firing into melee.
Yeah, of course. That's a 5.
So okay. Rod, you just hear this and you watch, and the bullet ricochets between your legs.
It probably because he got his head smacked down like that. As his head comes down, the thing goes like between his legs, and it almost hits his face.
Oh yeah,
It's not a good thing.
Sophia.
All right. So you said initially it doesn't look like there's anything to disable the security system, but that doesn't mean it's not there somewhere.
Would you like to spend another round looking at the system?
Yes, she will, and she will be looking for anything security related to try and disable it.
Okay, make another computer's check.
Gotcha. Gosh dang it. Why do I keep rolling like this? That's a 12.
Spend too much time with Rod.
I have. That's a 12.
So how much? Sorry, 12? Yeah, you don't see anything to do with security or anything like that. You just seem to see more things that lead you to believe that this was part of a larger structure. Okay. Wade.
Does anybody need healing yet?
No, we are not.
I mean, Rod got himself in trouble again, and he didn't want help, so maybe.
Well, help would be appreciated. It's not that we don't need anything,
Okay.
but I mean, he looks like he needs something right now to be in the way of him and this thing that just punched him.
All right, so I can't see where Rod is. So hopefully he's within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
Wade can't see or tell that. So he's going to stand right here. He got closer because he tried to get closer. And then he's going to use his, let me see, I think I might have to not do that. I might have to be where I was because it's a standard action, I think, to do that. Not standard, but full round. Let me make sure. Healing channel.
Yeah, if you want to do it full round.
Full round. So he's just going to have to be back where he was and hope that Rod is within 30 feet. All right.
Okay.
So he's going to spend one of his resolve points, let his flurry of butterflies swell within his cloak and come down with his hand, and they go. And everybody within 30 feet gets, let me make sure how much. It's 2d8, but I will check. Healing channel, 2d8. No, this energy restores 2d8, yeah. So,
Well, there you go.
14.
That is helpful.
Beauty.
So hopefully, I don't know. Did that reach Rod?
Yes, it reached Rod. You are coming across very robotic right now, so I don't know if you want to try playing with your mic. But yeah, Rod gets the 14, and it is Yudah's turn.
Yudah. I'm gonna Stellar Rush if that's okay. Would I have? Okay. Are you allowed to do slightly diagonal, or it has to be straight line to charge?
You would have to run through Rod in order for it to work.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would affect.
Hopefully, need to be
companion.
fully attuned.
Can't he
I am
do
just
it
gonna
at
run
an
up
angle
that.
from here?
You would have to like reflex out of the way of anything, but I could also just run up and stab him. But then I wouldn't be in the way of him. One hit you next.
I think it's got to be basically a straight line at the enemy. It can't just be to the side of it, can it?
Yeah, because you can charge. You can charge an attack on a diagonal.
No, okay, yeah, I might allow that. That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Go for it.
It's just to be the blind heroism bull rush.
Fair enough.
You know the one.
You can't Stellar Rush though because you need three attunement points.
That's what I thought, but when I looked at the wording in the book and in the PSRD I've been using now, it says when you're attuned or fully attuned, the charge counts as a bull rush.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can do the bull rush, but you can't do the fire damage.
Oh, okay, for sure. But I can't just do a standard bull rush and attack.
You can do the bull rush, but not the attack.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then that's good. I'm still gonna do that.
Well, you can just run up there and actually make a standard attack.
Yeah, but I want to have it not able to one-hit kill Rod next turn. So I was gonna knock it back as the primary goal of this motion.
Okay, fair enough. Make your attack versus CMD.
That's modified 14.
Yeah, you run into it and it's like hitting a wall.
I just biffed my face in it.
Yeah, basically, you just sort of get knocked back.
Well, hopefully that insulted it enough.
Rod.
That works.
Okay. That'd be pretty much the only way to make that viable. I'm going to hit it with the hammer again. Hopefully, that's the plan. He looks resplendent now after he's been hit by that wall of space juice.
I would hope so.
Ah,
So you come up and you try to swing your hammer into it, and it just sort of parries it aside with its hand. Sort of grabs onto it briefly, and then pushes it away. Okay, now this thing's up, and it's going to again try to slam Rod for an 18 versus KAC.
it just hit. What is this thing's attack bonus?
And so it's going to hit for 9.
I mean, it's by itself, so fair
Almost
enough.
everything you got back.
My ass.
Gone.
Let's see what we got here.
I mean, if I'm real lucky, I can take one more hit.
He'll stand there. I want to do an engineering check to identify this construct.
Please do.
19.
You have never seen anything like this, nor
Even
does
Rod
anybody
is
that
a-
you know of.
What kind of obvious weaponry does it have, though?
You are not 100% certain.
Okay.
You look at this thing, and you have never seen anybody construct something quite like this. It looks old. The natural wear and tear from just it being here looks like this thing is been here quite a while.
Looks like you something quite interesting, Rod. I would love to tear this apart.
Way ahead of you.
Yes,
yeah.
you're doing a stellar job. And an open fire.
Okay.
Overcharge. Miss, most likely, with an 8, essentially. And a 16
The 16 barely hits.
for 9.
You watch and the projectile comes in and just knocks into this thing, and it sends it off kilter slightly.
Judge, like, based on where the drone is standing, I can't help but imagine the only reason the drone's not shooting Rod is because the robot just keeps, like, knocking Rod around.
Okay.
Like, every
So
time
that
Rod
is
gets
now-
clobbered by a big metal arm, a big bolt from that reaction cannon just whizzes past him.
Sophia.
Sophia's going to try one last time to find a way to disable this from the console.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. That's better. That would be a modified 27.
Okay. Now you are absolutely fascinated by this construction. It appears that basically this entire facility is ancient. It is old as anything you have ever seen in your entire. This might even be about
Might
the
even
same
be
time
older
as your
than
original.
me.
Might be older than you, and it might be about the same time of your construction.
Ooh.
Based upon your
fascinating.
understanding. You know this represents a major, significant find of unknown technology of an exceedingly advanced age that may even be more advanced than what currently exists on Absalom Station.
Do I find anything about disabling the drone?
Nope. What you do see, though, under a security measure is that this does have it does describe things such as the overflow manifold firing mechanism and things along those lines.
But it doesn't really specify what those are.
No.
All right.
All right. Wait. Sorry?
What kind of action is that? Is that a standard action to do that?
That's your full round. Full round.
Full round. Gotcha.
They actually
Right.
say in the rule book that any action like that with a computer is considered a full round of accessing and working with that computer.
Gotcha. Even with the comprehend languages.
Because it's the accessing of the computer.
Gotcha.
And go ahead, Adam. You're still sounding a little robotic, but go ahead.
I didn't change anything. So Wade will. Gon tells him that the space angel-sized hallway is over there, so he's going to move over there. 5, 10, 15, and that's as far as he can get right now.
Unless you want to double
Yes.
move.
Human-sized hallways. I don't 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I could double move right there.
Okay. Yudah.
Yudah's gonna hit it with his sword. Cause, come on, what's going on? Let's just give it up. Got a natural 20.
Beautiful. Roll damage.
How does that affect in any way?
Double damage.
Ooh. Is that after I add for stellar attunement, you think?
No, you multiply that.
Okay. That's eight damage plus 1 for the photon attunement is 9. And then do I roll again, or do we just double that?
You roll once more.
That's another 9.
For a total of
18.
so you swing at this thing and you come in and you come in and come through it, and for some reason your strike does way more damage than you think it's actually going to end up doing, and you know this is going to be a good strike. You come in and you just tear through the armor, and you seem to embed it into what appears to be its power supply, and it has become completely disabled.
That's perfect.
That is impressive swordsmanship. You should hang out with the forearms more, Rod. He might teach you a thing or two.
Everyone should hang out with me is always the first rule of everything. And the second rule is, did you see how hard I killed it?
Did you crit it just now?
I just ran in and hit my head on it. And then I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll hit it with my sword.
Burn.
You should believe in the sword a little more off. All right. I guess Gon gets the remains, and we can go home now, right?
Sophia is going to ask if everyone's all right because she was not able to disable it from the console.
No. Well, I'm not dead, but I'm not all right.
So in the room that you guys are standing in, you do notice that there's a lot of this metallic, as I say, thing. There's panels on the walls with some lights and the same mysterious language that you were talking about. And there's a door in the top left corner.
Computer, you could come here and take a look at this stupid text. It's mind-boggling. And Rod will dissect the construct.
Some text in the other room, you said?
Okay, I will.
You attempt to do that, Colin? Are you attempting to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Space virus.
Data bomb.
All right. Can I get Theo to roll a computer check?
Theo to roll a computer check?
Yep.
I don't think AIs can roll a computer check.
If he has the skill, he can roll it. Otherwise, he can't.
I don't think they skill. No, they just get bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, and sense motive.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, then because you've hooked Theo up to download this, correct?
Yeah, to try and get
that's how you worded it.
Everything off of there.
Which means he automatically fails.
Automatically fails?
Yep. And takes 66 of electrical damage.
66 of electrical damage.
Those circuits are fried.
Actually, Theo, I hardened Theo, so I get a bonus to energy attacks and stuff like that.
You can't just go sticking Theo into everything like it's a garbage can looking for bottles to recycle, you maniac.
Okay, so that is 12, 18, 22, 28.
Is there a fort, reflex, or will to that?
There's a reflex save from Theo.
Yes, for half, and I get +8 to energy attacks and attacks that specifically target computers or electronic systems.
Okay.
So that's 7 including the tier, or 9 including the tier. Well, that's a nat 1.
Well,
that takes full damage.
Guess you'll have to speak on your own now.
And then I think there's also something about hardness, but I don't know if electrical damage overcomes that automatically.
I'm not 100% certain how that works. I figure he's got some sort of hit points or some sort of rating.
Yeah.
Hardness applies to physically breaking something, not necessarily
Yeah.
overcharging a system.
I think it works on electricity too, but I can't believe him surviving this anyway. That would
That's
be
okay.
ridiculous.
Wade sees this big off you, and he's like, "Oh, goodness, Sophia, are you all right?"
Sophia's fine. I'm trying to figure out if Theo's fine or not.
I highly doubt Theo is fine.
Only damage in excess of its hardness. So hardness is 5 plus 2 times its level plus I think it's doubled from hardened. So 5 plus
you get 10 extra from hardened.
I get 10 extra just straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 plus 2 times 2, so 4.
That's
9
19.
plus 10, so that's 19. How much damage did he take?
28.
lot. Huh?
28.
28 minus 19, so that's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's anywhere near enough. Oh, yeah, that just barely overloads him. It was so.
Okay.
He is fried.
All right.
Sophia is sort of shocked at this. She will quickly call over. She'll quickly call over Gon and see if he can get Gon-sol to record what's on the screen as she goes through it, because she wants this somewhere.
Well, Wade
I'm assuming-
asked her if she was. Wade saw her get shocked on whatever it was that Theo was on. He was like, "Oh goodness, are you okay?"
She sort of looks real quickly at Wade and looks back at Theo, looks back at Wade, goes, "Yes, I'm fine."
She uses her voice.
Yes, she uses her voice.
Wade stands up straight, looks at you.
All right.
Gone,
What do you-
gone. She's possessed. She's possessed.
What again?
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Because he's never heard
So-
her speak.
He's
always
trying
been
to take out UPBs from this construct.
All right. Based upon your earlier engineering role, it originates from, you can tell it originates from far beyond the Pact Worlds, and you could likely value this to a collector of oddities or whatnot for about 2,000 credits or so.
Right.
So you
However,
said
your
there's some writing
UPBs
in here.
Your UPBs would be
Less.
much less than that.
Okay.
Wade's still saying that she's possessed because she's not
Oops, I
using
thought
Theo.
that was me.
But
Yudah's not saying much, but he's pretty concerned right now about.
what
there
I'm going to do though
text
is
on the wall? That's what Gon said. Gon said
just
there's
there was
text on the
panels
wall.
and what have you on the wall, and that there was some weird stuff going on in terms of the panels just being very similar to the other room itself, and that there was a door. Basically, you recognize it as an error message and a warning indicator for whatever's going on. There's an error message. It's basically an error message and a warning indicator, but you're not 100% certain for what.
So look at Gon and go, Gon, you have to get Gon-sol over there. This is a major find. We have to record what's on the screen. It destroyed Theo.
It destroyed your computer.
She took Theo off. She sort of dangles it down. He's all fried.
There's like a smoke cloud coming out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Just record it with the camera. We got to see what's on screen.
I have no camera. I mean, I could use my
That's a pretty
comlink.
Here's your comlink takes.
Could
Yeah,
get
that's
some screenshots, you know.
Does anyone have a pencil and paper?
I mean, we could try the personal.
It's a smartphone from the year 3000. It has a fucking video camera.
true, but Theo was her smartphone, her comm unit. So that's
no,
right
I don't
too.
mean you. I mean Don's comlink.
Oh,
I have 4 more comlinks.
I don't know if my
But I
comlink is
don't-
outdated or not, but it's just a box with a button. Am I missing out?
Yes, it's supposed to
Yeah,
have.
you got the shitty version. But
the
You got the
Kasatha.
iPod shuffle of comm units.
so
Microsoft Zoom.
Sophie will rush up to Wade and ask him for basically beg him to give her one of the comm units so she can record what's going on.
What did you do with Sophia?
We're doing. You see what's happening here?
He sighs. I am
Hey.
Sophia, but Theo's broke. I have to talk. There's nothing else I can do. We have to document this quick.
He looks, gives her the eye, takes out one of his burner phones, hands it to her. I just keep it.
She grabs it. First, she records what's on these screens here, the error message or whatever it was, warning indicator. And she rushes back down the hallway to get.
I'm just going to verify that you can use your own computer skill to download it to a different format. It's the fact that you were using your AI to do it, where it was his role.
Oh, that's all it was?
Yeah, basically you didn't download it. It was Theo that did it.
Well, I think I could use the keypad on Theo to download it, but
It was the wording in which you used where you said you plugged in Theo to have him download it.
oh, gotcha.
Versus downloading it into Theo.
Oh no.
Oh, did we lose
Sorry, I
all that
screwed
data
that up.
that was in Theo? Crap.
We accidentally plugged the out power cord into the out power socket.
Gon has a copy.
I was gonna say we have copies, don't we?
So,
Wade goes up to, while she's doing all that, Wade's going up to the others and it's like, that is Sophia? I thought that she had a different voice. She's not
No.
possessed, are you sure?
No, it's her.
So-
She's just straight.
I always thought she had like a Siamese twin bot, and that was, and that your Siamese twin bot did all the talking and all the thinking. So we have to see now if she's
Oh.
really dumb.
so Sophia's gonna plug in the burner phone and hopefully not burn it to a crisp, and try to download the data from there into, I guess, a native format where it would be compatible.
Okay. So roll computers.
All right, here we go. 24.
Given the fact you already have access to it, yeah, that'll work.
Okay. She is going to tuck comm unit away somewhere safe in her backpack. I'm assuming they have little comm unit slots in them now.
Yep.
And she's going to rush back to the party. She is obviously very giddy right now.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
How much bulk is this robot?
That's a very good question.
Is that a door here?
Yeah, that's a door up there. I would say
There's
likely.
one here and one in the other room.
What's your robot bulk wise?
Yeah,
It's a medium creature, right?
They don't really say that. Yeah, I think it's
I probably would rule that as probably about God.
60 pounds is 4 bulk.
Okay, if that's the case, it's likely, given the materials and everything like that, 12.
12 by 60.
That's pretty heavy, but
It's 180 pounds.
It's about 180 pounds of machine.
So we can 2 or 3 man it out, but not before we find a ride.
And not before we open these doors.
okay,
Well,
yeah,
we only need to drag it out the door,
Yeah.
and then we can float it out.
right.
It's a good
we can
call to
drag
bring
it
it
with us.
and not give it to any of those stupid companies who kind of left us out here to die.
Right. Before we go through this door, there's other door over here. And Rod, you can stay in the back and take it easy, okay? It's probably for the best. Okay?
Maybe I can sword the door.
So where are you guys going? Okay, you're going over there.
Yeah, go back.
I'm gonna put the auto target rifle back on my thigh on the gear mount, and then I'm gonna take out the artillery laser, and that's I'm gonna point it at that door, and we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, I thought we were going through this door here.
Which door?
They're
Yeah.
going to the other side versus the door that you guys are at for some reason.
All right, then I'm gonna kick open this door.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Or is it locked?
Basically, what you come across is this thing is you try to open it and it will not open. It appears to be barricaded from the inside.
Okay. I knock on it, and then we can go back to the other people.
No answer.
There's no. I do like a little shave and a haircut, like a.
No
Let me in.
answer.
Was there anything
If you'd like to
on
roll
our
an
communists?
engineering check, but I don't think you're trained in engineering.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what makes you think I have engineering?
So
I do
Uh,
actually.
you do have engineering?
I do have engineering.
Make an engineering roll.
Not that it matters.
Nope. You can't figure out how to get through the door without just breaking it down. You guys get to the other side of the door, the other door. Are you going to try to open it?
He's gonna reach out and open it and stay behind
Okay.
the wall. Type of thing.
It opens. No trouble.
More corridor. All right.
So are the other guys staying on that side trying to break down the door while these guys are doing this, or are you guys coming back around?
Well, I'm gonna stay down here.
Okay. And you come, Gon, you come up against a set of double doors.
It's come to my understanding. You don't need my help.
No, you're just in the way anyway. It's
All
okay.
right.
So he rolls stealth and gonna try and get through this quietly.
Okay. You're going to try to open up that set of doors there as well?
Yep.
Okay. Just bear with me 1 second here. Okay. The door opens. and you're presented with with its vaulted ceiling and smooth stone floor. This sprawling cavern has the appearance of a primitive shuttle hangar or landing bay. An impression reinforced by the presence of a starship taking up the majority of the space. Only the western wall is finished with the ceramic metal plating found elsewhere in the complex. The remainder of the cavern is hemmed by natural rock walls. Huge doors stand in the eastern wall of the chamber. Doors easily big enough to accommodate the starship parked in front of them. Of more immediate interest, however, are the two human bodies splayed on the floor just inside the western doors. Their internal organs spread artfully on the floor around the corpses.
Did you say there were a spaceship?
That's all we heard. There's a spaceship.
That's all I needed to know. Does it seem functioning in good shape? Oh, look. A medium explorer.
It's called the Sunrise Maiden.
Could do worse.
I mean...
However, as you open the doors...
Oh, no.
Inside your mind,
Gonna have to
all
fight
you
for...
hear is, well, you don't seem to be human. Let's see what your insides look like. And we're going to stop it there.
Both.
Yay!
Oh, look, it's
With the
the
two main
beautiful
melees.
spaceship. Oh, who's talking in my head?
All right. Well, that was okay. Come on, Paizo, incorporeal creature. Just come on, Paizo.
I mean,
Level 2 adventurers, Paizo.
it's just chip away with puny lasers. Eventually,
Yep.
it'll die.
Yeah, well, you know.
Just hope that you
No,
have.
if I could have actually got a few good hits on it, that would have made a difference.
Yeah, I
If
don't
they
know
make-
what that's like either.
Yeah. If they make a adventure path taking place in the diaspora and they don't make 10-foot hallways, I will be upset. Okay? I'm just saying. I
See,
understand that these creatures were medium, but if you go to a place where they're not medium and they still make those hallways medium, that's just them being lazy.
Masochism.
But it takes more material to make larger hallways. It's more cost efficient to have them medium sized.
It takes more material to make
It wouldn't matter.
bigger staircases and bigger doors and bigger beds.
Well, you know.
That's right.
You don't
All
see
right.
hobbits living in crazy man-sized beds.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
don't see men sleeping in hobbit-sized beds either.
Only occasionally.
Well,
What you do if they're real cheap.
Well, this is going to get interesting, guys, next week when you face off against the lovely voice in your head.
Especially since we've used up all our spells and all of our fat.
I can do
My
one
stuff
more
is
because I have a
amazing,
battery.
recycled.
One more.
Where does that battery go?
Up your ass. What?
Does that battery go into Theo?
No, I just
Alex-
use it in my hand. It's a magic thing where I drain the battery to use a spell.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Because
That's
if it was
good.
Theo,
You don't ever look.
Is that limited to once a day? Or can you just eat a ton of batteries?
I can use one battery per day.
No, okay. Otherwise, you could have pumped you full with juice, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Does the
Yeah,
quality
just
of
get
the
her
battery make
get
a difference?
like a bandolier of batteries. She takes one off. Next battery. All right, Greg.
well, guys, thank you very much. Thank you again to Sirenscape for the soundboard. Absolutely phenomenal sounds that make this adventure path ever so creepy and fun. Yeah. Join us next week on this exciting episode of What the Hell Are These People Going to Do? Should be kind of fun. That kind of stuff. So please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, stuff. It's all in the doobly-doo underneath us here. Patreon, please support us. Make us allow us to do better content. And what have yous. Anything else, guys?
Be
Infinite
careful how you word things.
patience. Infinite.
Your time in the sun will come. Maybe.
Any time without weight is an opportunity to make a spectacle. You can
Yeah.
take that one to the bank.
Infinite patience.
I mean,
some
you did it.
characters are cursed. Yeah, you hit Yudah.
One damage.
You hit Wade.
Hit him.
You hit Wade for max damage when you hit him.
I mean, to be totally honest, I forgot about the dice roller, like the default dice roller, for a second. I rolled an actual die, and it was a 6.
Oh.
All right. I guess that's everything.
Made perfect sense.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Everybody say goodbye and see you all next week when we finish off this portion of the adventure path. Hopefully.
One way or another.
Yeah. Goodbye, travelers.
Bye.
Everybody.
Have a wonderful
Infinite
time.
patience.